And it looks like it's actually working for a change. All right. Hello and welcome everyone once again to another session of Legends of Stoneharbor. I know that we've been on the Platinum Watch delay for a while, but that's just because we've been having a couple different things going on just with our players and just with life in general. So like I said, I was planning on starting a new campaign soon anyway, and so I want to give these new, young, and amazing people some chances to, have some fun and create quality D&D. It's not quality D&D content, but it's D&D content of some variety. When we last left off, the party themselves had just made it to Stoneharbor to investigate a mysterious plague that had been sweeping through, causing the denizens to suffer violent symptoms before dying tragically, or standardly, depends on your definition of tragedy. And they had done some investigation and found that many of the adventurers who had come before them had gone down into the catacombs beneath the city, never to be seen from or heard from again, with exception of 3 veteran adventurers who were able to make it back and have not yet spoken about what they have seen down below, outside of giving the party a vague hint about rats. So as the party delve deeper, they were able to confront a small group of rats and fend them off, taking some substantial losses, and decided to regroup and recuperate, gathering some of the bodies of the adventurers they had found along the way, and learning some secrets about the excavation team that had initially started carving out the tunnels. As Arya and Heshan and Dre found a ledger containing cryptic information and recipes and notes for what seemed to be the poison causing the plague. It was man-made, not naturally occurring. And now that's where we pick up. Our party has gotten some rest for the evening and has regained all hit points and spell slots. I'm going to go through the list, introducing each and every player as well as the character that they portray. Starting from left to right on my screen, we will start with Zammy, playing the fantastic June Providence, a fairy sorcerer.
Hey.
Then we go to Doc, playing the Harsoth cleric, Kyburn Voss Erat.
Hey, sorry if there's gonna be any coughing, because I cough.
We're all sick here. That came out wrong.
It's perfectly. It fits. It
fits the theme.
Yeah, no, it fits the theme of the campaign.
We have Josh Kaposh playing Arya Maverick, the human sorcerer, the only human.
Actually a barbarian, so sorry. I'm
gonna just, take disadvantage the whole rest of the session today. And smite.
Shit.
No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah. Then we have Colin playing the amazing Dre James Payton, the Aasimar fighter with a heart of gold.
Oh yeah, it's me.
And last, but certainly not least, we have Star playing Heshan Oxven Palanut, our Elan Paladin.
Arrows. I'm choking.
We're all choking. But that's part of introductions, is you choke, and then it becomes a chaotic mess of wonder. Welcome, everyone, back to Legends of Stoneharbor. Like I said, when we last left off, you all had investigated the town catacombs, found a group of rats, and a ledger containing some vital information about the plague, denoting that it was, in fact, man-made. Now, you're not sure who made it and introduced it to the city or what purpose they would have in doing so, but you are now, most of you, well-rested. Arya, you are still a bit shook from your dream last night, seeing visions of your past. And that is where we will pick up. Does the party want to reconvene at the Wayfarer's Rest, or do you all just kind of slowly drift together someplace?
I'm just gonna watch Dre, see what's going on with him, just follow whatever he seems to be doing.
Right? I would be observing what everyone's wearing, I guess. Like what they have and stuff.
So you're just kind of observing their possessions?
I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow Dre, see what he's doing. Not yeah, just follow his lead. I'm not.
I have a shadow.
Just because I'm not like just because I'm not familiar with what's going on.
Yeah. So as far as equipment goes, everybody has just standard adventuring fare. There's nothing that really stands out. You know, the standard potions and tonics, weaponry, some magic items. You know, there's nothing in particular that I guess would catch your eye. But everybody seems well equipped for the work they do, so. And you said you're following Dre. So Dre, what are you doing? What is Dre's morning routine?
Okay, Dre's morning routine. Okay, so let's see. Last night he wrote his letter. He'll
Yes,
like
he did.
just pack it up, put it in his inventory because he went to sleep before that. He's just gonna do the usual morning routine so far.
All right. So does that consist of like, you know, you getting breakfast? Are you working out? What's your 411?
Yeah, he's gonna work out, get breakfast. Breakfast first, work out.
Gotcha. Gotta let it digest as you get your muscles ripped.
Exactly.
That's not how working out.
I know it's not how working out works, but we're just humor him. Maybe Asimar physiology is different. Maybe they need to ingest food in the tank and then proceed to distribute the nutrients.
Constant fuel. You have to have that constant fuel, right? That's how it works.
Kyburn takes very minimal notes.
Because Colin can't come up with things on the spot.
Yeah,
That's
all right.
That's all right. All right. Arya, Hashan, how are you spending your morning?
Oh, frick, what time is it?
It's morning. I've said that like twice.
Morning Eastern Standard Time.
I'm still, like, choking, so...
Tis early.
I'll wait for Hessian, and then we'll probably head off together to the Wayfarer's Rest.
Hit.
Unless they want to get breakfast or whatever.
I mean, y'all are staying in like the nicest place in town. I mean, do you want to like?
Yeah.
So we bought rooms and stuff, so we probably have to buy food too.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of how inns work.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna head off to the Wayfarer's Rest then and buy food there because I don't want to waste all my money.
All right, head on over to the Wayfarer's Rest. Hashan, would you like to eat breakfast at the Wayfarer's Rest or the Diamond Palace?
Ooh. What is the freaking Diamond Palace got?
Well, I will say since the stay did cost you 5 gold pieces for the evening, your meals will be a bit pricey, but definitely worth it. Standard fare costs about 2 gold pieces. If you want specific items at your breakfast, you can get those, but they will cost a little extra depending on the quantity of the items and what type. But your standard breakfast is going to cost you about 2 gold pieces.
Alright, I think it's gone. Nope. We'll just head over with everyone else.
Okay. So everyone arrives at the Wayfarer's Rest. Dre, you've already had breakfast and done your workout. Is it time for... I don't know how Alcimar works. Is second breakfast a thing?
I'll eat with everyone. I won't eat, but I'll rest with everyone else.
Kyburn seeing Arya and Hessian enter the Wayfarer's Rest, he will approach them to ask a few questions.
Okay, Arya would have arrived first. Hessian would have arrived probably a bit later, so we'll start with Arya first.
Just out of curiosity, where did you go last night?
I went over to the Diamond Palace, wanted a good night's rest. That wasn't... I don't know, it just was a richer inn.
I see. What do you believe compelled you to take this rather unprecedented venture?
I had money, and I wanted... I don't know.
So an impulse buy, do you say?
I guess.
I see.
What?
This has been very helpful. Thank you for your time. Are you here for breakfast, or did you eat at the Diamond Palace?
No, I'm gonna get breakfast here.
Ah, so sensibility has kicked into you. I see. I see.
Yeah.
Do be careful of the water. And he walks
Okay.
off. And he walks off.
Okay.
Well,
I will sit down at a table, really confused.
You're okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with Hessian then.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Heston goes in, you're just like,
Alright.
eh. Looks back at book.
I'll fucking you bitch. Where's my cube?
Damn.
Okay, live.
Yeah, disgusting. Whatever that. I'm gonna go over here. Disgusting.
Alright, I'll go ahead and drag the Wayfarer's map over so that we can gather there for breakfast. Alright, it is the breakfast time. So it is not
Except for
too different. Well, yeah, but y'all will still. I'm gonna move you over to a table where y'all can sit, or in June's case, hover over the table itself.
You can like sit down like on top of the plate. You can like sit in the plate though.
He could probably he could probably just be sitting inside a cup of tea and just be like, ah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh,
whatever.
God.
It's someone's cup of tea, though.
It's not June's cup of tea, so who cares?
It's not June's
Oh.
cup of tea.
I'm gonna
Puns.
punch you. Stop it.
Anyway,
I wonder. Hessian, do you know a verb?
What? Pardon?
What do you know of herbs?
Herbs?
What do you know of say contagion in general?
What do I know? Do I need to roll for this?
roll a medicine check. If you're rolling for if you're rolling for knowledge about contagions, medicine would be your roll. If you're rolling about the herbs themselves that you guys discovered in the ledger,
Yes.
it'd probably be
yeah.
a nature check. But you asked two separate questions, so
Do you? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting to the actual question. It's fine. Do you believe if boiled the water containing the plague, so you say, would be cured?
Oh god, the accent.
yeah, that kind of threw me a bit too. I didn't catch any of that.
Do you believe if boiled the water containing the contagion, so you say, would be purified, so to speak?
If we boiled the water?
So, are you asking like if it was boiled or prepared
So
in some
sad.
way, if it would just dilute the contagion?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, given Hessian's knowledge of medicine, you know that some bacterial contagions can be boiled out, and some it's mostly bacteria, but anything that's viral or things like poison, anything that would either be considered man-made or a naturally occurring toxin, typically can be diluted through heat, but in most cases it will just change the effect of the poison or the strength of it depending on the material. Anything.
Oh, so I meant. I knew I forgot something. So I meant to tell you before we started. I wanted to have prepared for today. Purify food and drink. I believe it was.
Okay, you
Water.
can just
Instead of sanctuary. Yeah, I'll just mark that for
Yeah.
myself.
just mark it for yourself.
Do I believe that would be able to work on this?
You can give it a try.
I will hold off for now.
Dang.
Purify food. Oh, do I need to drink water?
I mean,
Do I need to stay hydrated?
do you really?
Do I
Do you
really?
really?
No, I mean just considering my race and all, I'm not quite sure how that works. You know, desert living, not much water to go around.
I'd say that the hard stuff have developed a way to kind of just, like a cactus, store water internally. so they don't need to drink as much. But you would still require regular hydration.
I will purify a portion of water for the party.
Okay, so as you order a round of waters,
On the house.
just for the 5 of you, they bring June's out in like a thimble.
How does it feel to be patronized?
Well, look, I mean, they don't make tankards that small.
No.
This isn't a
Very
This isn't a
fair.
fairy pub.
Just give him a cup. Just a giant cup.
Gotta like water for later.
So you all each have
Sharing
a
both
tankard of water.
Okay.
You said you wanted to try to purify it.
I just purified a lot of it.
All right.
Yeah.
As you purify the water, you pass your hands over it. The normal pale white glow of your magic casting over your fingers as you wave them over the water. The water takes a kind of clearer hue. Sorry, Uzi. I didn't get dinner, lunch, or breakfast, so this is just kind of my one meal of the day.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
Has like a whole massive plate in front of him.
I just ate.
I mean,
Yeah, and I
not
just,
wrong.
I kind of just give Hessian. I just kind of give Hessian a glance afterwards.
Um,
Have her try it out.
Ah, why me?
to be fair, you are the only person immune to poison and disease.
You are
Oh,
the
I thought it was just disease. Okay, fuck
Nope,
it.
it's poison and disease.
Alright, fuck yeah. Chugs. Actually, I'll take
Oh.
a little sip.
Oh my god.
You take
I
a
got
sip, and
this.
it doesn't have that same kind of alkaline taste it did yesterday. It's actually rather crisp, pretty nice. As you kind of swing it back, it feels like it definitely isn't didn't give you kind of the same ill feeling you got yesterday when you drank it. But then as you kind of smack your lips after taking a big swig, you can kind of taste that same aftertaste. So even though the effects don't seem to be there on the front end, the water is still very much poisoned.
Good. I'm just gonna, yeah. But it's still kind of, yeah, not too good.
If you insist on taking a drink, anybody, I would suggest moderation. And I kind of slide my glass away.
Take a sip.
Make a con save.
Constitution.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
god.
What is it with your character and taking unnecessary risks?
I don't know.
She lives on the edge. College lives on the edge.
I
Jesus.
will never understand.
As you take a swig of this brew, I will say this: had you not purified the food and drink, he would absolutely failed. Because you purified it, you halved the saving throw. So Josh, as you sip the water, it tastes like good old regular water until you kind of get that metallic aftertaste in the back of your throat, and you start to feel a little queasy, but then you just kind of shrug it off. If you wanted to keep drinking the water, you could. I would have to make you, if you finish the whole glass, I'm gonna have to make you to make another saving throw. But for now, you're fine.
Can I just ask, where have we beginning, June and me, where have we been getting water, up until now?
I'm assuming, because you, like I said, you more or less haven't had to. Your kind doesn't store water the same way others do. So you had your own water skin that you brought in with you, and you've probably just been sipping on that, more or less. Or if you did sip on some local well water, you probably. Well, okay, let's put it this way: you used your water skin up until now.
Alright.
I feel like I don't know how Kyburn is when it comes to social situations, but I feel like he'd be cautious of anybody.
Right.
And as for
especially knowing there was a plague going on, I would assume.
yeah, and as for June, like when the plague started and people started kind of getting sick, June took sufficient precautions to like minimize their contact with town. So they would have gone well out of town to get their water, as well as any food supplies or anything they needed. Like, they would go to a point where they knew shit wouldn't be tainted, and they just took that.
Audio was it, Chris?
Yeah.
How is it, may I ask? Since you are not, say, set. No, that is probably good. Yes, continue, please. I'm sorry.
Not great. It has like a metallic aftertaste. It tasted like regular water at first. Didn't turn out that way.
Well, it's not great eyes. Well, I do believe we should be heading out soon, yeah?
Sounds
Okay,
good.
so
To know
while
we
we're
deal with this water issue, the better.
agreed.
All right.
Is there
I would like, before we set out, I would like to designate a lead.
Why do we need a leader?
Oh,
I
I
don't.
mean,
Perhaps not. You are correct. Very well.
Cool. Awesome.
Alright.
maybe we can do that later. Right
Very
now. Let's get to what we're doing.
Kyburn's like writing this shit down. He's like, okay, I see.
I see. Adventurers are a democracy. Very foolish.
Adventurers are
Exactly.
adventurers equal socialism.
Believe it.
So I'll bring us back to the town map, because like I said, you did get paid yesterday, so if there is anywhere in the town y'all would like to go before diving into the catacombs, you may. If you all would just like to go straight into the thick of it, I can go ahead and bring y'all down.
I am
wanna go
prepared.
somewhere.
I think I'm
I
prepared.
think I have enough if everyone else feels the same way.
Yeah.
Ah, frick you guys. I want to go
How
to the
very
store.
arrogant of you, Jedi James Payton.
what?
Fast off.
Oh my god.
Such hostility.
Makes a mental
Jeez.
note to himself.
Copying
Which
my
one's the
character.
fairy?
Yes, Colin, I see, I understand.
Oh god.
Well, to be fair, all of you have journals for whatever reason.
I don't have a
yeah.
journal. I have this new
Journal
ledger.
squad.
Because being an edgy
Fuck up.
13-year-old
As
girl.
journals, writes letter anyway.
It's not a journal, it's... No, it's not a
It's a
journal.
diary.
How dare you?
Anyway.
My diary.
It's not a journal, it's a tome that will be important later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Presumably.
Maybe.
Depending on how
Very
much is
arrogant,
finished of
Gavin.
said tome and if you survive the campaign.
Anyway, are we going?
Yeah, do y'all, so we're going down into the catacombs?
Ready?
I want to go to
Dude,
the
I like it.
store to
I wanna
get
go to the store,
thing.
too.
I want to turn to the ferry.
Oh.
Wait, yeah. June, could you maybe show me to what the fuck was that place called again?
The
Fuck, I
magic
forgot.
hunch, the one that we went.
Fuck.
Yes.
Mind showing me to the way to the magic conch again? I feel like I needed a thing or two from there.
Never be too careful.
Sure, of course.
All right, and the
Is it
two of
the
you
same?
head to the magic conch. As you enter the premises once again, the water genasi woman Elaine greets you kindly and is like, "Welcome once again, weary travelers. Oh, return customers. How may I assist you today?"
Hello. Frick. Oh, sorry. I just came back to see if you had, actually, first I wanted to look at the lantern yeah. Where's the lantern?
The lantern is still where it was yesterday. It has not moved. It is
How much was
still. I don't remember y'all asking about it. I remember y'all asking about the cube of containment, which you bought. So you never asked about the mason jar nor the lantern as far as price is concerned.
And
Oh, no.
fuck, I forgot. Yeah, no, I'll walk over to the shopkeep.
Yes, how may I help you?
I just wanted to see how much that lantern over there was. I can.
Oh, yes, of course. Let's see. It's been a while since anyone inquired about that lantern, and of course you all are such wonderful customers. I can give it to you for a sum of 105 gold.
Oh my god.
You're buying magic items. They're expensive.
Fudge! Alright, let me look at my words. I expect to get you punched. Yeah. Alright, so. Alright, and how much was the jar next to it?
Oh, for the jar? Oh, that's but a simple 80 gold.
It's okay,
Don't-
Pixie.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't.
Fuck, alright, freaking. Alright. Last thing I wanted to come ask about and see. Do you happen to have any kind of poisons, or know where we can, or I can get some kind of poisons?
At this, Elaine actually eyes you suspiciously and is like, why do you want to know about poisons?
I got some advice, god damn it. Advice that maybe poison would help keep the rats in the, what are they called again? The sewer. Well, I mean, to be honest, that's kind of what, because, well, you know, my group is adventuring in the catacombs. And I want
Make
to
a...
precaution. That was English.
Star, can I ask you something?
This is before you do this is a legitimate question on my part.
Yeah.
Are you, Hashan, lying to this woman about the nature of why you need the poison?
I mean, I don't think, you guys make me unsure. Kai, you want to get poisoned? Like, what do you want?
I'm just asking the question.
Star,
No.
Can I, Star, can I please ask you something?
No.
You remember? Are you joking or?
I want poison for the rats.
They drink the poison and kill yourself first.
Oh, fuck.
That's what they. That's what they meant, Star.
Oh, that!
You can't be poisoned.
Oh, fuck. For the rest of you, then.
Additionally,
For Dre?
she, like, when you mention that it's for the rats in the sewers, she again becomes more suspicious.
Oh god.
You're going to need to make a persuasion roll in order to convince her that your reasons for needing the poison are
completely good.
are not ill-intentioned.
I mean, if this doesn't work, then I'll be like,
Just say how you need it for defense.
No.
I'm joking.
As you explain the methodology behind why you think you need the poison, she eyes you very suspiciously and is just like, I think it best if we keep our business solely professional from now on. I think it best if you leave.
No.
what the fuck? I was gonna say, never mind, you look nothing, and then I'll take the jar. But okay.
Whoa.
Alright, fucking fuck you too.
You came to a town in the middle of a plague and asked someone for poison to use in the sewer!
They don't even know what's going on, they just know there's a plague. Alright, I'll leave.
Oh my god!
Fuck you, lady. I think it's the lady.
Just putting this out there. This does not apply for June or anyone else. You may still continue to receive your discounts at the Magic Conch, but Hashan, you have just shot your discount in the foot.
Yeah.
Like, it is gone.
I mean, I'm fine with that. Freaking.
By the way, dude, were we like following behind? Were we like outside the door, like watching those two like doing their thing?
I have no idea what you're doing.
I assume
You
we're
never
outside
specified.
I feel like we
I would like
left
to be
them.
outside. That's just
Yeah, I feel like we're outside the building.
Oh no.
kind of.
You're just watching this happen through the windows.
She's like turning all hostile or like just cold.
She's not turning hostile. She's
God,
just letting you know that, you
If
know,
two would quit-
your
if you
inquiries
two-
are suspect, and that she doesn't deal in these types of things, and doesn't want to deal in these types of things, and feels that your inquiry into poison that you intend to use near the town's water supply is not something that she's going to be, you know, a part of.
Yeah, man, they get their water from the sewers. What are you thinking?
So
What do you
that
think
she's
it
just
was?
she's just basically decided that she will still do business with you because your gold is always good, but
Yeah.
that continuing to assist you personally is probably not a good idea.
Hey, I'm like, yeah,
Hey,
understandable. I get it.
Hey,
And then,
Shinwas, if you two are done with this nonsense, please, we must be going.
I'm trying to fucking
but I am
leave.
buying something.
Very
You
well.
are?
Not poison,
Don't
hopefully.
destroy our reputation while you're at it.
God, you want me to shit talk you?
Well, I can't even hear you guys, so.
Yeah, you guys did say you were standing outside the building, so all of that discussion that just occurred did not occur.
Just mouthing it.
No, I'm like calling from like out in. I don't know the door. I don't know.
Like, you can call from outside, but they're like, the response is just gonna be muffled, so anything June says is just gonna sound like.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever. There's a little-
I like get done talking like, June, you coming? Or, like, whatever. And then,
Give me a second.
alright, I'll be outside.
I turned to the lady. I'm like, sorry, my apologies for my friend there. You know,
It happens with these calls to arms from adventurers. We never know who we're bringing into town.
Sluts.
Do I have to buy the thing in order to make more potions? Right?
By what?
The thing that I had to like determine if
The
I,
thing.
the potion that we did first, and I got potion.
Material components.
Yeah.
Yes, if you wanted to brew more potions, you will need to buy another set of material components.
Yeah, I want to buy some.
All right, that's gonna be 25 gold.
All right. I'll just give them the 25 gold.
All right, she takes the 25 gold and gets you the components you need, the variety of different herbs and gemstones that are required for the alchemical arts with creating health potions. Hands them to you in a nice little packaged bundle.
Ah, okay. Thank you so much. My apologies again. And
You
I
want a
leave.
box over there, fairy?
Okay.
Would I have gotten freaking advantage if she knew who I was? Because apparently, no one knows who the fuck I am. God damn it.
Well, you've never introduced yourself in this establishment.
Fuck. Oh, no one reckon. Actually, probably not. I look fucking
Off to the sewers we go!
too fabulous for these bitches. God.
Hurry. Have we gotten everything we needed, everyone?
Probably.
Yes.
Okay
Mhm.
then. So, if you don't mind, let's head off to our destination.
All right, I shall bring you. You make it to the first level of the catacombs easily, as there are no more rats scurrying about that would cause you any grief, and are able to make your way using the map that Kyburn acquired down to the second layer of the catacombs, which is aptly titled the Reservoirs. This is where the main portion of the town's water comes from. They are small underground reservoirs of water that all the wells above, like topside, link up to. And the sewers are actually constructed in a way that they loop around where the wells come down, so that, you know, refuse and things like that that are normally tossed into the sewers do not find its way into the town's drinking water.
Alright. Kaiban will cast light on his mace.
All right, you cast light on your mace. That's 80 feet, right? It's like 40.
I believe so, yes. Let me...
What the fuck? Oh,
20, no? Yeah, 20, 20 bright light, 20 dim light.
So 40 total.
So, yeah, 40. Yep.
All right, there you go. You've now cascaded light across this portion of the cave. I did put your tokens on the map, but if you all would like to rearrange to determine a marching order, you are welcome to do so.
Yeah. So...
I am not leading. Fuck this.
I
Where to
think light person should lead, maybe.
go? Light person.
Light person.
I look to Arya.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
that's racist.
Yeah,
Kyburn steps forward.
okay.
I'll go
Also
second.
right here, somewhere.
Oh,
Okay.
Send help.
Paladin, Miss Palanute, Miss Palanute, I would suggest you keep close behind me. Do not.
Do I go and where am I going?
Stay close behind you. Miss Arya, was it?
Yeah.
Do stay safe and you know. You kind of like motions for you to like go in the back.
oh, damn.
Yeah, get the fuck back, woman.
Oh my god.
So then I'll just go ahead and rearrange some tokens then. And we'll put
Yeah.
there.
Oh.
Boy.
Oh, wait, did they say miss? Oh yeah.
Saying that you
Kyburn
roll
said
range.
Miss Palanute, yes.
Oh yeah. I'd like to correct him.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Mister, actually. Flipped hair.
How do you positive?
Yeah.
Hey,
Are you-
killed it alive.
So,
I have doubts in your resistance to poison as a paladin, I must say. I will have to inquire with this. I will have to inquire you on this topic matter later.
My phone.
He takes a quick note and then continues forward.
oh my
Dre
god.
just like
Thanks.
sighs.
He's essentially saying perfect.
All right. No.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Shall we move forward?
yeah, I do. I go forward.
Indeed. Where are you going on a trip?
oh geez.
Are we all moving individually?
I mean, it's up to y'all. I will say this: once you get to this point, once one of you reaches this point, I will need all of you to make stealth checks.
No. God.
Gang walker, spoilers much.
God.
Okay.
Yeah, the group as a whole continues forward.
Yeah,
I'm
I
assuming, yeah.
need everyone else to move though, so I can move my token.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I will
Move, goblin.
just go ahead and move all y'all's asses up here.
Yeah, please, man.
Aw.
Sorry.
Boy.
All right, guys.
What
let's
is that
roll
thing?
stealth.
Ooh.
I'm going to trip on the fairy.
Oh my god, I literally can't see. This is horrifying.
Oh no. No, there's.
You've made this decision to be a human on yourself.
It's claustrophobic, Josh.
Okay, so some stealth rolls, and
Oh, okay.
anyone
Alright.
wearing chainmail or anything like that, any heavy armor is going to be rolling at disadvantage. Just letting you know.
Fuck.
Fucking bastard. God damn it, I'm the bad one.
No, Josh, I'm the worst one. I'm the worst.
I
one.
thought I'd get the worst. I didn't. Holy shit.
Hey, it's refreshing playing
Oh,
characters
Zammy.
with such low rolls.
You have to roll for Zammy, or someone has to roll.
No,
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay,
See.
never mind.
I thought she
Let's
just.
do
instantly
Oh no. Do all of you have? Oh no.
stealth.
Walker.
Do I have?
Okay, so that's all three of the fighters are rolling with disadvantage. So that's a 13, a 14, a 7.
I don't have heavy armor.
You're wearing splint mail, which does have stealth disadvantage.
Oh no, it's a scale. Scale.
Scale mail, which still has stealth disadvantage.
I thought you said that wasn't gonna happen. But alright, cool. That's
I mean, I can pull the player's handbook and double check it.
no. No, I like asked you like literally if that was gonna happen. You said no. Actually, no. That's something else. Never mind. You're wrong.
Anyway.
I mean, I'm right. You're wrong. I mean, you're right. I mean, you're right. You're right.
You want to rephrase that situation?
I know that.
You want a box?
I know that.
Yeah.
I just got confused for a second. It's
Yeah.
Does anyone need to roll stealth for Zammy?
We're good. Yeah, Zammy rolled.
I think we all got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
I am not. It was nice knowing you guys.
Why am I
Okay. So.
Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I mean, I could have been so much worse.
No, it's fine.
Okay, it's okay.
I mean, even if you hadn't been rolling with disadvantage, your first roll was a 7.
Yeah, I know.
So, there was no winning.
No, there was.
Losing
Alright.
situation.
There was losing and losing with style.
Alright.
I can't see in my attack or area of effect.
I can't see like anything.
Well, again, let me... God, I should have pulled everything for this real quick. Sorry, 1 second, guys.
It's been a second.
Yeah,
Oh
I-
my god.
you know
Can I have,
what?
like a tiny ass June on my
Roll
shoulder or something?
Wait, what?
Can you like? No.
No. First you wanted freaking what's her face? You wanted Star's character to be behind me. Behind you. What the freak? And now
Oh,
you want me to
doesn't-
be over there?
You know what? It doesn't matter. It's okay.
I'm a
I'm gonna
fairy.
take the first hit for him.
I'm just not. Kyburn's like clearly uncomfortable with like the one person in front of the other situation.
Yeah. the straight line of death situation.
Yes.
No,
yes.
no, we're all gonna get fucked.
He's quite familiar with the things that it has cost in the past.
It's okay.
You do picket line instead.
No, please.
Alright, Walker, what's going on?
I didn't ask for this.
So as you all creep forward, you make it to this point, and can hear some hushed whispers in the distance. As you all approach, however, your stealth not the best, not super great. So as you all kind of stumble forward, and I do mean stumble. You just kind of hear, like, as the rocks clatter across one another, as Kyburn kind of holds up a hand to stop everyone abruptly, and everyone just bumps into him and just knocks him flat on the ground. With the loud clank of his scale mail, you just hear the whispers "stop,"
That's harsh.
and then you hear scurrying noises.
Get the fuck up.
I'm so sorry.
Kyburn's just like glaring daggers at everyone.
Yeah. I like kind of skip like no, that's not what I want. I want to like get like this so someone can like score like be like. I don't want to be like in a one-man situation.
I don't want to 1v1 them, bro.
I don't want to 1v1.
Okay.
I kind of like fucking like get some like someone get the fuck up here.
So
like,
Walker, we haven't rolled initiative yet.
No, you haven't, because I need everyone to roll me perception.
Oh, thank God.
I will.
I was just wondering if I could pull out a torch.
Shame. Oh my god.
See for my.
Didn't
God
make
damn
it.
it.
Fuck yeah. Oh.
Hey, that 20.
No.
Yeah.
I will let you pull out a torch and increase your range of vision.
So I'm gonna use the torch, and then I'm gonna use control flames on it, and I'm gonna so that's 80 feet of sight because it goes from 40 to 80.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
So
As Arya gives away your position.
I don't care.
Yeah.
The initiative.
Bright side, as Arya gives away your position, she also illuminates the targets and temporarily blinds them so they don't get a surprise round on top of the party.
Yes.
as a batch of were-rats skitter forward, see the flash of flame, and skitter back into the darkness, hissing angrily. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Alright.
Oh
Wow.
my
I
god.
never fought anything like this when I was with the initiative.
That was just a paw little feet.
Is this it? Holy shit!
We're all so bad
I'm
today.
fucking killing it! Hell yeah, man, we
look at
switched!
Look at that.
No!
Hey, Colin!
Like that. Oh, cool.
I've had bad rolls all day.
Fuck yeah! We're switching.
Josh, this seems to be a theme.
Yeah.
I mean no disrespect, but what the hell, man?
Oh my god.
Are you sure you didn't give yourself negative modifiers on Roll20?
I'll double check.
Is that a thing? Do I have it?
You can give yourself negative modifiers, yeah.
Oh my god.
I will say that, guys.
Alright.
Now, granted, I double checked and triple checked everyone's character sheets when I went over them and didn't see any the first time. So there's that.
Okay. I am going to use burning.
Oh my god.
Me.
It's all I know.
Alright.
I can't see anything.
I never played.
I can't see much either.
New pain of
It's
mine.
like-
I only
Stairs.
see like sharp rocks.
I live in Toronto.
I like lift my freaking hand and accidentally punch the fairy.
So Kyburn and Hishan are at the top of the initiative order. Kyburn, as Arya pulls a torch from her pack and uses control flame to kind of ignite it further, it cascades the light across the were-rats, and as they try to duck into shadows, they fail pretty spectacularly at their stealth rolls. So all of you are able to perceive their hiding spots, and as you all enter into initiative, you are up first, and you rush in. Okay. Doc, you're muted.
Gavin?
Davin, you're muted.
Boy.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, it's coughing.
Oh, God
I'll just guide it. Yeah, I said yeah. Things were said. Guiding bolt, the first one I see right there, right there.
Right? This one?
Yeah, the one that's like right in front of.
Alright, roll me that, the guiding bolt damage.
I will. Yeah, it's all. I have a spell book now. This is new.
Spellbooks.
Spell book.
Whoa.
You.
Ciao.
Damn.
Oh.
That's not. It's not great.
Not great. As you conjure together the form of this lance of light that you have shot out before in the past, it seems to be a bit unstable as it formulates, being in kind of this darkened environment and knocked about has kind of put you a bit off your calm demeanor. So it takes you a while to formulate the projectile itself, and as you launch it outwards, it kind of veers away from your intended target, striking the wall behind it with a blast of flashing light. The rats react negatively to this, kind of like scurrying away, but they are still very much honed in on you all as a group, and they are getting ready to attack.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna fucking. What is it? What is it? Spiritual weapon. Same one.
Okay.
Yeah. That is my bonus action. Yes. Alright,
Yes, it is your
so-
bonus action, so you still have the ability to move and or act.
Yeah. So do that. Again, a 7. God damn it. Alright.
Still not great. Your
not
spiritual
great.
weapon forms and does occupy this space now. However, as it swings outwards, the feather of truth, where once it was this mighty weapon that unstoppably destroyed a pack of rats, it does not once again ring out with such divine force and audacity. It just kind of attacks the foe, and he nimbly ducks out of the way as he focuses his sole attention now on you.
All right. I would like to take that. What did you call it? The like not the movement that would be at movement action, and just hold that until for when I see a new were-rat appear.
Okay. With
Okay.
that, it is Hashan's turn. Hashan, you are up.
Yeah. Oh god, I see absolutely nothing from where my thing is. Oh shit. Actually, I'm gonna move. Where can I move? I can't tell.
Forward.
Oh god.
Well,
Can I like scooch in here?
Yeah, you can kind of
My
get
character.
up in the mosh pit.
Oh shit.
Oh, where did you go?
Hello? Oh fucking Jesus, I can't move it. I'll just be right here.
Okay, so you moved 10 feet, then you moved 5 feet, so you still have 15 feet of movement.
math.
Oh fuck. Alright, I'm gonna wait. Oh shit. Yeah, I'll try and just attack now. I think. Is that one of them?
Yes, but you need to get closer in order to attack that rat. You would have to be at least
The
here.
fuck. Alright. Because that's all. Alright, I'm gonna use my hekana. Where is it? Yeah, my sword.
All
Can I get
right.
him?
That hits.
Yeah.
As your longsword lashes out, as you kind of rush forward into combat, making sure to not bowl over your allies, you just kind of like, excuse me, pardon me, I got it. Ah!
Excuse me, I gotta just.
And as you get up to the front lines,
so sorry.
shield and sword in hand, and strike out, your blow rings true, striking into the were-rat, and it hisses. But from as you attack into it, you see that even though your blade kind of dug deep, you don't see a lot of damage across its hide, or really any blood being spewed. It looks almost like it was a surface level wound. It looks pretty unfazed by your sword strike.
Oh dear.
Fuck. Am I can't move back?
Not good for Dre.
You cannot move back because having to squeeze through your allies would have consumed some of your movement. You're kind of there
I'm
now.
gonna go right there. Fuck.
You're kind of there now.
Wait. Can I move in this? Is this a corner?
That is 5 feet. You have expended your movement. You are kind of there now.
Alright, yeah, that's my turn.
Oh boy.
All right, it's were-rat time.
Oh, fuck.
So the one up in front of you is going to try and make an athletics contest with you to try and shove his way past.
Oh.
Bitch, you want a box?
Someone needs you to roll me an athletics check, Hashan.
I get just fucking bulldozed.
That's a
Oh.
very smart one.
So a skill check?
Yeah.
Where the frick is?
You go to skills, and then hit
First
the dice
one.
next to athletics. He does not succeed as he tries to push his way past Hashan, trying to clamber towards his target of Kyburn. You repel him with your shield, pushing back against his might with your own, and he kind of stumbles back and hisses. And he's going to attack. Let's see.
Oh.
So he is going to attack with his short sword. And that is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, got armor 18. Eat dust.
So as he lunges forward with his short sword, you once again buffet it back with your shield, and he hisses rather angrily. He's going to lunge out now with his fangs to try and bite you.
Oh. Bruh.
That is once more a 15 to hit. As he tries to lunge forward, you just
Yeah.
stand your ground and just buffet him back as the bulk of his mass is thrown against your shield. His head kind of lashes out at you from above the cusp of where your shield, the top of your shield, but you just kind of like push it into his jugular vein and shove him back, and as he feels that pressure against his vital lifeblood, he stumbles away kind of in fear, and actually takes a few steps back.
Fuck yeah, I'm tough.
And then another one is going to run up, and this one is not going to try and athletics you. He is going to try and scamper his way around you. You'll still have to make an athletics check to kind of like stop him, but he is going to try and acrobatics, flippy-do over you.
Oh, what the fuck? Fuck.
Yeah, not great. He, that was a 20, as he kind of, like, lunges up at the cave wall and bounces around you and lands in front of Kyber, and he then lashes out with his, claws. And that's a 6 to hit.
Try.
Nope. And since he has appeared and I have not seen this person before, I would like to use that thing I held and cast Inflict Wounds on him.
Yep.
At, I believe, 2nd level, let's say. So that's an attack. So this plus 3.
17.
And then, yep, 17.
And then damage?
Damage 25.
Okay. As he lunges over and lands before you and kind of like lashes out with his claws, he misses wide, and as he kind of gets into your range, how do you cast Inflict Wounds, if I may ask? Because I know it's a melee spell attack. Normally it's you lay your hands on them, and it just, like, does damage.
Do you want to hold my paw? Alright, so how did he come at me? Just, like, say.
He basically did more or less like a wall jump around Heshan, and then as he landed, lunged forward with both his claws.
I grab him by the jugular and just crackle it with like this pure like black energy.
All right. As the energy washes over him, he. Oh wait. Oh, that says immunity, not resistance. Huh.
Oh, no.
Walker.
So let me go ahead and fix that.
Huh.
As this rat is just absolutely destroyed by that 25 damage. No resistance to that whatsoever, just completely destroyed. He is now going to try and bite you. As you are now still holding him.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That is a 10 to hit. Not rolling great on the attacks today.
I just like slam him down on the ground again.
I am not rolling great on my attacks, but for everything else, I'm doing pretty alright. And that is kind of his turn. He's just stuck here now.
Yep. Yep.
And the other were-rat is going to approach, and he is going to swing his sword at Heshan. Son of a bitch. 9.
Fuck yeah.
As he swings his sword out, you once more, like, you've just taken, like, this complete stone warrior stance. Just immovable wall. And he now lashes out with his bite, which does actually hit as a 21.
Fuck my dick.
Can 21 hit your armor class?
And I'm gonna roll the damage, and Heshan, I'm gonna need you to roll me a Constitution check.
No. Okay.
Lovely.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Fuck
Wow.
yeah, finally, fucking fuck him up.
So you take 4 points of damage as his teeth kind of graze you, and as they do, you at the point at which the bite hit isn't necessarily the deepest wound you've ever suffered, Heshan, but it is by far one of the most painful, as you can just kind of feel this toxin kind of seeping into you. And as it tries to overtake you with its curse of lycanthropy, you just willpower the shit out of that toxin and are completely unfazed. It is June Providence's turn, as that was all the were-rats could do.
Yeah.
Kill it.
Oh yeah.
I get the feeling like after this one initiative encounter, y'all guys are just gonna be like, alright, time to go back up topside to get silver weapons, because this was a mistake!
Yep.
I'm just gonna.
Well, I mean, at least Dre might be, because the 4 of you are spellcasters.
Honestly.
Oh, I will. Oh god. Just use. Frostbite.
Yeah, get it with that frostbite.
Yeah.
Eat him.
Get
Oh.
it.
Yeah.
Did I eat him?
No. I don't think.
Eat him.
Fuck, I completely
Can I
forgot my
swallow him
face.
whole?
Oh,
It did not kill him, but he did fail his con save, as while were-rats are some pretty hardy boys, this one just skipped leg day, and takes 3 points of damage as your once more your hands glow purple and blue as this blue thin sheet of ice crackles over his form, beginning to actually freeze some of the hairs on his pelt. And as he begins to shudder and shake at the cold, he's able to shake off, like, death, but he did take some considerable damage considering that that Kyburn eradicated most of his health. So you still have one more action if you choose to use it, and then you have a bonus action. Because you didn't really move much, you just kind of were... Well, I guess you moved like 5 feet, so...
I guess I'll move. I'll move like right. I'll move right here.
That.
So as you whiz kind of between the gaps of your allies, not really taking any disadvantage to your movement, you're able to make it up there and see this rat who is just looking absolutely haggard.
Mhm.
And you still have a bonus action if you would like to use your spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah, cause see the right.
Yeah, you can see most of them.
Well, then I'll just like use my. I'll like put my spin.
Okay.
Let me cast. There you go.
Oof. Oof.
Great.
And I'm going to go ahead and once more roll percentile dice for the appearance of your spiritual weapon. Alright. This time as you call forth your spiritual energies, delving into the divine natures of your power, you focus once more on the symbol that your spiritual weapon has taken before, this glittering golden broadsword that seems to formulate in the space you call it down upon. And this time it actually heeds your call. It generates and forms, taking its resplendent form as it hovers over... You said this one? Was the one you're attacking?
Yeah.
As it hovers over this rat, he turns to face it before it just completely tears into him, dealing 9 points of damage as it severs into his flesh itself, and you can actually kind of see him recoil a bit back into Hishan's shield as Hishan just shoves him back into position.
Yeah.
And he looks pretty rough. And that would be your movement, your action, and your bonus action. That is your turn. Alright. Time for the not were-rat. Hashan, you've seen one of these creatures before in your many travels, and I would say maybe not particularly fond of them. You watch as this rat that seems to be covered in like bone spines and like plated armor begins to claw its way across the ground towards you, moving almost serpentine as it like kind of slithers across the ground between the were-rats. You watch as this dire rat now faces you down and lunges forward with its teeth.
Oh no.
Yummy.
No, please.
It's not great.
I wouldn't imagine.
Nothing about this is great.
Everything about this is great. Everything is fine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're all doing great.
That is a 16, that is a 16 to hit as it lunges forward with its gnashing razor sharp teeth.
No.
Well, as it tries to do that, you once more in this stonewall stance
Yeah.
just shove it back with your shield and are just holding the line for your party.
Don't worry, guys. I'm the tank. Yeah.
Gotta love people who choose heavy armor and shield. Like Jesus.
Yeah, that's great.
Fuck you.
And that is all of the things that it can do. So it is now Arya Maverick's turn.
Let's go. Tiny.
Awesome.
I don't know what they are.
Alright.
Then.
So I assume that if I can't see anything, then Arya can't see much of anything.
Yes,
Cool. Awesome.
that is
Whoa.
traditionally how things work.
So
Is that
I just
good?
moved here, and that did not help. I see this rat, and that's all I see.
Well, I mean,
So-
you can see that rat, and you can see that, or you can hear Hashan in conflict further up the path.
Okay. If I tried to attack something further up the path, would I get a disadvantage?
Well, you can't see it,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't even really let you attack it.
Okay.
If you're like, I'm gonna call down this column of fire around the corner that I can't see.
Hits me. Oh.
Not even that, he'd just call it down on top of the rat and all three of his allies.
Oh.
All four of his allies, because Dre's actually in the range of fire too.
No, it's okay. I have resistance.
What?
No, it's cool, oh god, why?
God, wait.
Alright, so I'd like
Too
to
much
cast
to live
Fireball.
for.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt on this rat then. Just gonna throw it forward. Firebolt. Here we go. Yeah.
It's the fairy.
Yeah, way to go. As you
Fuck yeah.
very carefully aim your palm between your allies, making sure not to catch them in any of your range of fire, you actually kind of have a... This is going to be a weird way to phrase this. You have a conversation with the with the flame itself and request its aid not to strike your allies. And as you conjure forth this firebolt, it streaks right past Dre, not even singeing or winging him, right over to the rat that is now in front of June and Kyburn, and it strikes it dead on in the head, leaving just a smoldering husk at the end of a torso as it falls to the ground, head now gone.
Ooh.
It is dead.
Good.
Boy. Alright.
I'm tanking up here. Help me, bro.
And that was your action. You still have some movement left if you want to move closer.
I will move right here.
Oh, hi.
That ruins my plan.
All right, you move right there. You see all the rats.
You
Good.
see me standing my ground.
I will
so-
walk up there and I will go, oh no.
I love how Dre is just like silently panicking and just like
Yeah.
floating in place.
Dre's just like, I'm just glad to be here, guys. And oh, we're in combat. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think that is literally all
Start
I
off
can do.
first.
Yeah, that is all you can do. It is now Dre's turn.
Alright, so.
Yeah.
I was gonna freaking dagger on that one, but now I can't, so,
Just move up here. It's
you guys.
okay.
Like, this crew that is my friends
Fuck yeah.
that all like to be in one area. Can I move past them?
Yeah, you're gonna take some hits to your movement speed. So once you get into that little crevice there by Arya, that's gonna kind of be not
From
it, but having to then move past Hashan and 3 enemies. I'd say that crevice over there is gonna be the extent of your movement this turn.
Right, cool. So, I'm gonna get to that crevice.
All right,
Right.
you wedge yourself right up in there.
Well, hi.
We're a team. We stick together.
Fucking yeet.
Kybird silently
Sick.
panics as he sees the group back in a straight line again.
No, it's fine. I'm at the back.
I'm at the
Alright,
back. I'm not
so-
in the middle of this.
Bing, bing.
Gonna take 2 attacks. Rat, who is still alive.
This one?
That
Take
one?
attacks left. Yeah, the bone one.
That's bone.
Well,
Apparently it's got bone sticking out of it.
oh, the dire rat.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, you can take your main action and bonus action attack at the dire rat.
And do that.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah.
Alright.
Mhm.
All right, so as the dire rat crept forward and lunged out at Hashan and failed miserably, and just kind of in its own bestial nature prepared itself to strike once more against its foes, it watches as a strange blue thing weaves its way through this crowd of delicious looking bodies before it swings 2 blades and just absolutely decapitates it as the dire rat is just gone.
You're
I guess you
okay.
could say that rat faced a dire situation.
Well, now you get to roll for Constitution.
No,
All right.
And then Arya spontaneously combusts. The end.
Yeah,
Fucking
present.
damn.
Okay. I will command my spiritual weapon to attack the rat attacking Hishan.
All right. Yeah, bonus action spiritual weapon it.
So,
Oh
nat 20.
god. So
And
that's
then-
3
Yeah.
plus max damage is an 8, so that would be 11 total.
11 to 12. Well, 3 plus my wisdom.
Oh yeah. So 3 plus your wisdom plus 8. Is your wisdom like also a 3?
The bonus is a 3.
Okay, so that's 6 plus 8, 14 points of damage. As your Feather of Truth now once more strikes clear and true.
17. 17.
But you just rolled 1d8.
Yes. You said max damage? Of just the die or with my bone?
So, okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
the way my crits work, just iterating it once again for everyone. The way my crits work is whatever if you roll a crit, you roll your damage dice, you add
Yeah.
whatever modifiers you have,
Yes.
and then you add an additional damage dice at maximum value.
Oh, okay, just the damage dice. Alright.
So if you fired like a firebolt at like
14 it is. I got you.
it is looking hurt.
Alright.
Eat it.
Is there... Honestly, I'm just gonna kind of hold my action until I see another... Hold the rest of my turn until I see another fucking rat appear.
And then a rat appears behind you.
Exactly.
All right, so Hashan, you're up.
I'm gonna slash it. Yeah. Do I eat it?
All right. As you swing your long sword once more and it strikes clear and true against your opponent, you watch as once again the blade strikes your opponent, and it seems to you could feel the pressure dig in, but as you pull your blade away, there is no signs of visible damage that this opponent has suffered.
What the fuck? No, I'm just about to punch it. This freaking hoe. Alright,
Well, that's
Oh, wait.
not good.
Now you are a paladin, so if you attack it again, you can add some nice flavors of smite.
yeah, I fucking lost where, yeah, I lost which one. Fuck. Wait, I think this is it. Alright, I'm gonna freaking use... I lied. Where the fuck did it go? I swear I was gonna use one of the smites. Yeah, no. Oh wait, no, there it is. God damn it. Let me try some wrath. Yeah, that's my wrathful smite. Jesus. Do I just cast a spell?
Yeah, you just click the dice to cast it.
Oh,
Okay, so it has to make a DC 13 Wisdom save. Now, you will need to also roll another longsword attack. Because in order to do the smite, you have to hit it.
Wait, was that it?
I'll give this one to you. I'll give you advantage on this one because Hashan is shook. And this is a truly wrathful smite. And that is a natural 1. So it takes 4 points of psychic damage as Hashan's ringing rage just erupts from this blade, causing it to just kind of shrink back in fear. As it is now it is now frightened of you, which means that it is going to have to use its movement to try and run away on its turn. Which it now is. So the first thing it has to do is, let's see, as an action, the creature can make another wisdom save against it to steal its resolve and end the spell. So he's going to try and make another wisdom save to try and not be frightened, because he can hear his boss grumbling in the background about how he's going to lose his were-rat pension.
Oh.
And he did not succeed, so he is going to turn around and run his maximum movement speed.
Wait, can I get him?
I mean, you can attack of opportunity, but as you've seen, your longsword does nothing.
Fuck. Wait,
By the way, do we see the light from Arya's torch? Like the really big light?
I mean, yeah, y'all all should see it. I went ahead and made it so that everyone can see the 80-foot light.
It's like twice as long as mine, though, is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
can I use inflict wounds as a... Yeah.
As an attack of opportunity, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
It's like, you need like a feat for that, right? Oh, Walker, you cut out? Yeah, it's like a feat, right?
I'm not certain. Let me double check. To cast a spell as an attack of opportunity?
I'm pretty sure that's not possible unless you have like the specific feat for that. It's like a martial caster or something like that.
Well, let me double check, yeah, because I think you're right. Why is the player's handbook so convoluted? There we go. Yes, you need the Warcaster feature in order to be able to cast spells as a attack of opportunity.
Fug. Alright, I'll just be here then while they run.
Alright, so then their compatriot, who previously had kind of doubled back, is going to come back around and try and attack you.
Hello there.
That is a 14 with their short sword.
Yeah,
as they take as nothing hits. And their next attack as they lunge out with their teeth is a 10 to hit, which also doesn't hit. That is all they can do. They're kind of stuck there now. June, it's your turn.
I'm gonna fuck these guys up, pussies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sammy?
fairy.
Sammy?
Twinkle, twinkle.
June will sit down and cry.
Oh, sorry. I would like to do magic missile.
Alright.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Alright, give me a sec.
Okay. So, the one rat you see within range takes 12 points of damage as your magic missiles once more collate in these small purple darts that lunge out and strike him, dealing 12 points of damage as he begins to stagger back. You still have your movement and a bonus action, and your spiritual weapon is still right here.
Bro.
Sammy?
Sammy, if you're speaking, we can't.
Yeah, we cannot hear you.
Oh.
June Providence is typing.
Oh. Wow,
I,
this is like
I would
crazy.
like to use my spiritual weapon and like move it closer to the rat, and then yeah. Oh yeah, I have to roll for it. Give me a second.
Yep.
So this is going great.
Alright, so I'd like to use burning hands.
Oh god.
That just hits its armor class as your spiritual weapon, the golden blade that it takes the form of, swings down with righteous fury. The rat takes 5 points of damage as the radiant blade sinks into its flesh. You still have your movement, unless you would like to spend it as another attack action.
I would like to use it as freaking attack action. Oh wait. Oh, I can't. Heck. How much can I move? 30 feet, right?
30 feet.
I'll move right here.
Oh hi.
I'll end my turn right there.
Alright, it is Arya's turn.
Okay.
Nice.
So, this is a question for later, but I've been looking at the spell a lot. If I cast Black Flame, does that hit myself too?
If you are within the range of effect of Black Flame, in its spell description, it attacks all creatures within its 5-foot radius.
Fair enough.
That would include you.
Just you.
then
I want to get out of that.
taking that option off the board.
Yeah, you can't just make a whip of Black Flame and use it however you want. It's gonna attack everybody, because you are giving it life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Alright, I mean, we'll just stay simple. We'll cast another fireball on this. Just
Alright, get him.
yeah.
Alright, he takes some pretty decent damage. As you lash out with your firebolt, he takes 9 points of damage, stumbling back as this mote of bright red flame strikes him in the chest, and leaves a bit of a smolder mark across his fur pelt. He growls kind of gutturally and angrily at you. You still may either attack again or use a movement.
Oh my god. Alright, we'll just shoot another one.
You.
Just hope that he dies.
That one hits as well, as he takes another hit to the shoulder, singeing off more of his fur. He stumbles back, this time growling with full-bore rage as he is just ready to strike upon you and unleash his fury.
Cool,
Oh.
awesome.
Alright, before Dre does his stuff, do we know if this is one of the ones that's immune to the
It is a were-rat, yes.
Okay. So yeah, just so I don't waste what I saved, I'm gonna like. How's it looking?
One of the were-rats has run away, and the other one is standing before you. You cannot see any other enemies nearby.
How's this one looking?
Pretty rough.
Yeah. Can I make my way up there, like to here? Yeah. I'm gonna do that, and then use my, big fiery mace stuff.
Yummy.
No?
Okay.
Allow me to kill this with an additional that.
Okay. As he takes the full force of your fiery mace, with the actions you held to move and attack. He takes 4 points of damage and seems otherwise unfazed as the flames wash over him, sending off more of his pelt, and he is just a furious.
Alright.
Alright, cool.
All right.
Raging.
Yeah,
Cool.
Peyton, is there anything you want to do?
So, can I once more... Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do this actually. I can squeeze my way through all these people.
I will say you can do it. You can get up to here, and that is all your movement.
Alright, that works. Well, was that within range of a sword attack on this guy?
That would be within range. I will say he has proven that he is immune to to most physical attacks.
It's like not just like it's. Are you saying that it won't work like at all?
Try it out.
From what you have seen with the other were-rat, all the attacks that Hashan made were ineffectual until they used their Wrathful Smite.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna... So I'm not doing nothing, I'm just gonna move up here and get into a fighting stance, I guess. That's what I'll do.
Okay. We're now going to go ahead and pull back over to Qyburn, as Qyburn kind of rushed forward to use their held action, and then Dre swung around in the conflict. Now we are back with Qyburn, as he is now staring down this were-rat.
I'll have my spiritual weapon make an attack.
Okie doke.
So that's 5 damage.
All right, and as it attacks the spiritual weapon, striking the opponent, it finally falls to the ground, dead, as the Feather of Truth taps it in its chest humbly, and it just disintegrates.
All right.
And with that, I mean, more or less, y'all are out of combat. I will say this: the other were-rat is still on the retreat, so...
I want to pursue that man. So which way did I see him going down? Which way did...
Y'all saw him going this way.
Alright, yeah, so I have... Yeah, I can move. So...
Arya, please move back. It was not your turn.
I'm sorry.
Can't really count that out. This is about as far as I can go. Oh, well. Like that?
Oh.
Bye.
Just Qyburn runs off. I'm going to flank him. Goodbye.
Let me join you.
I mean, you didn't use your action. You didn't use your action to attack, so you could use the dash action and move again.
No, I'm just gonna hold it here and wait for them to show up.
Okay.
Yep.
Which way did I see?
So it is now Hashan's turn. You saw the rat run up and to the right around this rock over here.
Oh, I want to go after the rat. Where
Okay.
Freaking God save help. Yeah, that was English. How far? Right here, good.
You can move right there. And
Yeah.
I will say with that, you are able to see kind of the back end of the rat as he is trying to make his escape. You may move closer if you wish to attack or grapple him, however you want to handle the situation.
Ooh, I want to grab. I want to get actually what. Wait, I can't see him still, but he's like right here.
Yeah,
There,
so
something?
you would need to move right here.
Shit.
Oh, I thought you said you went
Oh,
that
shit.
way.
I'm like,
Yeah, I said that he ran that way.
Well, you said flank, so it's probably connected. It'll be fine.
Actually, I'll just. Where the frick did it go? God damn it, not again.
You're standing
use my
right behind him.
Oh, I like to use the smite again, and with my slash on him.
All right, so roll me a longsword attack, and then I'm going to need you to pick which smite you would like to use and roll damage for that.
Ooh.
All right,
Okay.
so that's a hit. Now pick your smite.
Dora. Wait. Okay, I found it.
Okay, using Wrathful Smite again.
Yeah.
Okay, so this time he does succeed on his Wisdom saving throw, so he is not frightened. But it did hit, so he does take the damage, but he is not frightened. But it doesn't quite matter because that was all the hit points he had left. So as you strike him from behind and he kind of finally turns to face you, mustering up the courage, he just drops dead, standing up. As the force of your attack and your wrath channeled through your blade just stops him dead.
Died like a warrior. Very nice.
And we are all out of combat.
Wonderful.
I got him. Fuck that guy.
What was that about a leader walker?
Huh?
Never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a were-rat that seemed to be the commander of this detachment.
Is he dead now?
I mean, they're all dead.
Now, okay.
Attachment.
Like, okay. I like poke.
Great.
Why did you say
Alright, so
anything
like,
on?
I'm sorry, I'll be
Start
right back.
mumbling.
I need to...
Okay.
Oh jeez.
great, just great. Everyone always telling me back in the old days, oh, you should learn some magic, you should consider it. But I never listened. I never
Yeah,
even
this is what
tried.
you get. You goblin looking.
Oh, I'm regretting that decision now.
Oh my god, I can see so much more.
I mean, you can investigate the area and loot some were-rat bodies.
What's on this guy that I killed?
Roll investigation.
Oh shit, wrong thing.
Wait, can I piggyback off that and roll another one?
I mean, I'm not seeing anybody's rolls, so...
Fuck. I poke it.
You
Alright.
find nothing. You search him all over, and outside of the short sword that he was wielding very clearly, there you can't really just seem to find anything. He's just a dirty rat, and that short sword ain't that good.
Spits on.
Okay, so,
Well,
the positions of the dead body. Well, okay, so am I on view to see the bodies yet, or is that just a thing that I need to look for?
One
I'm gonna
second.
start heading over here, so I can't see. Hello.
Well, that's not good.
Oh.
Boy, not good. Cool.
Sorry, no, I think I broke one of my shelves.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so you rolled a 7. You just don't really find anything off their bodies. Again, you see the short swords they were wielding, but they are not of higher quality than yours.
Okay, but like I was asking about if I can see the dead bodies of the I could see if there are any dead bodies of the warriors.
Are these two dead bodies?
Not in the area that you are currently standing. No.
So,
Can I go search off for them?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna
Yo,
go
found some dead bodies.
see,
I think. Are these? Is that a woman?
and then I see them.
Those are in fact dead bodies of adventurers, no
Whoa,
less.
Ah,
So lucky.
More money. I mean, oh no.
no.
And thus
Poor
your
soul.
true colors are revealed.
I never said
damn.
anything. Oh man, we gotta get these
These
resting
poor
places.
souls. They need.
Passion. Do not loot these bodies.
God.
Kyburn
Come back to
would like to do a silent little not like just like a quick little rite for them, not like
Yeah.
just to respect them and whatnot.
Yeah.
God, I'm not
Gotcha.
disrespecting them. Disgusting.
Yeah. We should come back for them later. Right now, we still need to. Right now, we still need to figure out our next move.
Yes, quite.
Yeah.
I would suggest.
I mean, you've basically learned that your foes are completely immune to your weaponry, and the only way to damage them is with magic.
This is very
Yes.
true.
So this would be a good as your DM. I'm gonna go ahead and say this would be a good chance to take these bodies
go back.
topside and regroup and refigure out your strategy for murdering were-rats.
So this was not just a singular band of rats, is that true? Okay.
I mean,
The DM.
I am going to tell you that the were-rat captain that you killed. I'll give this to Dre. The one thing you find on the were-rat captain you find is an actual military insignia dignifying that he was a division leader. This is not the only detachment of were-rats in these caves.
Right. So,
They seem organized and militant.
Oh my god.
well, perhaps
Well.
we should go back,
Alright.
prepare better. Me especially. You were right about that arrogance thing. I should have. Not sure
Yes,
what I was
indeed.
up against.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going back up to the surface to get better weapons and return these bodies. If anyone would like to come with me.
Magic weapons, or what'd you say?
Magic weapons. Yes.
Yes. I believe that we should all do the same.
Sounds good then.
Sounds good.
How many bodies do we see on the ground?
In your immediate area, there are 2. Hishan, with your current position, you can see kind of a pool area more to your north, and you can see one body laying very close to the water, almost as if they were drinking out of it before they met their end.
Oh.
Oh, well.
So far y'all have found so you all have found 2. Hishan has found a 3rd.
Okay.
I would like to...
Oh wait.
do I have like a free glass bottle or anything like that? Maybe a
I mean, you guys have that cube.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take that cube and just scoop some of that scoop up some of this water.
Good idea.
Or
Yeah,
to be more
Alright.
precise,
around.
or just to be safe, just the stuff that he has here. This guy.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, Kyburn,
Walker.
I'm gonna need you to make me a stealth check.
Ooh. never mind.
Shit.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
So
God
magic
damn.
weapon will have to
Well.
wait.
Da.
Oh.
Yep. That is a 10. That is a 10.
10.
Yummy.
You hear further down the path as you kind of trot along to get this water, some more whispering in that kind of squeaked tone you associate with were-rats. As you approach the water and kind of dip the vial down, kind of speaking its command word to open it, you hear just silence outside of like the bubbling of the water entering this magical containment vessel. And then you hear off in the distance. 1 second. As you start hearing the thudding of boots and the clanking of
I book
weapons.
it. I just book it back to the group.
Oh no.
Hello. There's
What is
another
it?
dead body in this.
Rats on that table. We must go now.
What?
Oh, everyone. Wait, are we retreating? Is that what's happening?
Are we?
Unless you feel fit to
Oh,
fight
no,
another
no,
band
let's
of
go,
who knows
let's
how
go.
many were-rats, then I suggest we leave
Everyone, let's go.
immediately.
Let's go.
I
Yeah,
feel
let's
like we're eating. Just like step over the bodies. They can eat them. I'm out.
No, are we not carrying them? Okay, we'll come back for them. Let's go.
Oh, I'm like, oh, are we carrying them?
Alright, so as you all make your expeditious retreat, not the spell, you are able to make it back to the surface with no real issues. You're going to have to give me a quick second because of that poor stealth roll, I'm going to have to change the topography of my maps.
Yeah, I know.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Bright side, you've cleared out some of the later rooms.
Pardon.
The lighter ones. Cool. All right. I'm gonna get
If that's any consolation for you.
Oh god, fuck you. No, it's cool. You know what?
and
so
will
we're all-
suddenly falls on his head.
We're looking good now. We're in the clear, from what we can tell.
Yeah, you're back in town. There are, from what you can see, no were-rats following you to the surface. They seem to... As you all made it kind of into the sewers, you heard them follow you up the stairs. But as you all started approaching the main entrance back into town, you heard less and less until as you entered into the main pathway leading back up to the surface, that you just didn't hear them at all following you.
All right. I will take this sample to the magic coins.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. I'll follow to get some weapons.
Weapons.
Follow as well.
We
I
will
thought
need
the Kosh just had some.
we will need magic weapons if we are to fight these were.
Will everyone? Oh,
Yeah.
most of you guys are spellcasters, but you should all get something just in case this fight goes on longer than intended and you run out of
Yeah, we got it.
words.
I would
Sure.
also like to take a couple hours to prepare some more spells for our next bench.
All right. So y'all
Sounds
want to
good.
take like a short rest, long rest?
It's long rest to recover spell slots, yeah.
Yeah, it's a long rest to recover spell slots, which would mean that y'all would
And
be
that's 8 hours, so
topside for 8 hours. Yeah. So the next time you dive back down into the caves, it will be more or less kind of like late afternoon, early evening.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's okay.
sounds good for me at least.
Yeah, we'll do a long rest.
All right.
We're
So
doing
as you
this
do a long
often.
rest to recover your spell slots, you also get the only one who took damage really was Hashan, so you get the sweet HP back.
Yummy.
And you all said you were heading to the magic conch to seek out magic weapons and get the sample analyzed.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so as you all convene at the magic conch, Elaine once more welcomes you. She says, greetings once again, everyone.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, before we enter,
Oh my god.
longsword, yes. I would appreciate it if you would wait outside. Let's say
Oh my god.
we will buy you.
If I
We will buy you.
apologize, it'll probably be better. No.
We will buy you a nice sword. We will buy you a suitable weapon for yourself.
I go in.
Oh,
I don't need this.
I mean,
And then
Elaine's greeting does not change.
All right.
What? It doesn't.
No. You came in as a group. She's not just going to be like, hi, everyone, Hessian.
Acceptation. They don't know my
Like,
name,
she's
which is
she,
why I
you're
wanna
in a
come
group.
in.
She's not going to...
Yeah, no, I get it. Lane, what?
Yes.
I have procured something special for you. I think you will find it quite interesting. You asked me earlier about samples of something possibly containing the plague, and while I do not know for certain if this is what it is, I would like you to take a look at this if it is not too much trouble.
Oh, of course. As you hand over the containment unit, she speaks its command word, and it pops open, and she and she was very careful to hold it over a bucket before she said its command word, because the
Oh, a
instant she
bucket.
says that, it just uncaps and everything pours out immediately, like almost in a gush, as if it had been like highly pressurized inside this cube.
Yeah, bucket seems like the best way to handle that. All right. Yeah.
So she dumps it into a bucket. It's a it's not some wood bucket. It's like a nice metal bucket that seems very, very clean.
Right.
She takes a few vials of her own out and takes samples, and adds them to a small apparatus she has behind her counter. You can tell normally it would be used for alchemical solutions and distilling. And she goes about testing the water and working with it, and as she does, gets it where it needs to be, she's like, it'll take some time to kind of get some more definitive answers off of those samples you brought me. But is there anything else I can assist you with right now?
Yes, Arya, what was it, the lanyard, or what was it called?
What?
The thing with all the herbs and whatnot, and the man-made
The
poisons.
ledger.
The ledger. Arya,
okay.
yeah. The ledger.
I would if we didn't do this like we talked about. I know. And I
What
kinda
ledger?
Pull him aside. I pull him aside. Give us just a minute. Sorry.
No,
I-
I think we are quite fine.
No,
There is no
we
need.
are not. That's why I'm putting you aside. And I pull him aside.
Fucking get over there. Come
I
on.
very
Sorry.
graciously accepts.
So, but I specifically said the mayor, but why would we show it to this person we literally do not know anything about? I mean, like, and they might even not know anything about herbs. But we'll go to an apothecary if that's our situation.
I kind of like look at Jin. I am not quite clear what this place is, however. That is my mistake, yes. Very well, we shall do things right.
Thank you.
Really.
I require no thanks.
And I look at Elaine. I'm sorry, miss. Just adventurous.
I
guess
misspoke, I
not
am
really.
quite sorry.
Well, that's all right. Like I said, it'll take some time for this solution to kind of dilute itself and for me to get some more definitive answers off of it. Is there anything else I can help you with in the meantime?
Do you have anything that could help me possibly see in the dark?
Oh, yes, we have these wonderful goggles of night. Very fashion forward. She just kind of like pulls out these nice goggles that are this very
fashion-forward.
they're very nice leather strap. The goggles themselves actually look like a pair of owl's eyes, made with like silver metal and like gold inlay. The lenses themselves are a dark green emerald.
Wait, what?
Do you think there's any way that just I don't know if this adds on to the original costs, but we could change the lenses to a different color?
Well, this isn't the only pair I have. This is just the display model.
Oh, okay. Well,
What are you looking for?
like a red, maybe that goes with the aesthetic.
Oh yes, of course. I should have guessed. Well, we do have this nice model. Now, I'm not sure if you'll like the leather band. As she pulls it out, it is this. They're these dark red lenses with kind of a bronze copper metal with the same kind of gold inlay finish. The one thing that you do notice that she did make very apparent is that the leather band on this one is bright pink.
Oh.
Oh.
Decision time.
Okay.
How bad do you need it?
How bad?
Oh,
You can
the
just wear it
aesthetic.
on and off.
Okay.
Oh, my edgy aesthetic, my black and red.
Like, edgy aesthetic. Oh, goodness.
All right. If I wore them, Walker, would I just like put my hair over the pink strap?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. It's a strap.
Oh my fucking.
All right. I'll take him.
All right, that'll be 120 gold.
And I hand over the gold.
You just here.
And I hand over money and I put the goggles on.
Oh, my aesthetic's ruined. Goodness.
All right. Oh, damn. All right. The goggles are on.
All right, I am gonna go
Had our
ahead
first
and
casualty of the game.
I'm gonna go
Right,
ahead
put that in the
and
character sheet
change your character token information.
Yes.
Mm.
I can see.
Oh!
Oh, jeez. This is the best purchase I've made ever.
You fucking... Do I have to remake your freaking character shit now? With you with fucking goggles?
Or a pink band.
You
Make sure the bright
heathen.
pink band is showing.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make that shit show.
just like the slightest
Yeah,
bit.
it's like...
Oh, this, no, the whole thing.
Just like a small amount of the bangs off to the side of the goggles, and then just the pink band around the back of the head.
Yes.
Also,
Yeah.
Make it very
Joshua
obvious,
radiate
too.
fire. I don't know if you've noticed, but
It's whatever.
yeah. All right.
Anyway, so she hands you the goggles of night and goes, "All right, so that will help you see in the dark. Is there anyone else who needs a pair of goggles of night? We do have them in different colors and fashions."
I do not believe so, no. Unless after he kind of like looks at you guys and is like, all right, nobody.
What about
Okay.
the weapons?
Yes,
weapons?
we're in the market for some magical weapons too.
Ooh.
Something that could injure a wearer, perhaps.
Oh, well, in that case, you won't necessarily even need anything magical. Now, I won't be able to help you in either regard. Weapons aren't something we really carry here at the Magic Conch. We just carry, wondrous items and magical equipment, not really weaponry or armor per se.
See, I have no idea what this place is. You people tell me nothing.
You've never asked.
I never did I? Well,
No one asks my shopkeepers anything. They're just like, "Hey, person, sell me shit."
Give me
Exactly.
fucking
Lion
things, you
crab villager
bitch.
much?
If we are to, I kind of looked to like the fairy guy, like, Mr. Providence, if you could direct us to a store better benefit our endeavor.
I mean, I can tell you. Elaine kind of chimes up.
Oh, that would be swell. That swell? Do you people say swell? I do.
I say swell. I also say a couple other things, but we'll have to save that for another day.
Quiet.
Oh my god.
Thank you very much.
So she's like, if you're looking for items that are in of themselves weapons that possess magical properties, Aether Arms is where you want to go. If you're looking more for just getting your weapons coated in silver, I would recommend Salvatore's Forge. And if you're looking at getting ranged weapons that can do magical damage or magical ammunition or even silvered ammunition, I would recommend going to the Bullseye.
Good, I will. How much do you believe? How much do people normally charge for magical weapons?
Again, not Elaine's area of expertise. So
I'm gonna see how Kyburn would know, like, estimate about, just so I could.
Magical ammunition itself is normally common, so it doesn't cost that much. Maybe like 100 gold pieces at most.
Okay.
Weapons are uncommon, so that's not going to cost you much. So getting your weapons silvered would cost a lot less, though.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just, God, I don't know if I can afford it or not. You know what? Let's just check out at least Kyburn's gonna decide to check out the, place that sells the magical weapon.
That would be Aether Arms.
Aether Arms it is?
There's no reason we can't do both before we head off and see which one, just in case.
Yeah.
There's no reason we can't price match.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I got a coupon here. Discount here, huh?
Fuck yeah.
Alright.
So are we dividing the party up and going to different shops, or how do y'all want to do this?
We'll go to the Aethers, the magic place first.
Yeah.
Alright, so Kyburn and Dre are going to Aether Arms. Is anyone else accompanying them?
For how many shops were there? Oh god.
There's 3. If you're looking for ranged weapons, like a bow, a crossbow, anything like that, anything that would require arrows, the Bullseye is where you're going to want to go. That's mainly directed to people who actually use crossbows and bows.
I got javelin.
Salvatore's Forge is more for weapons, both mundane and of unique materials. And Aether Arms is for unique weapons and magical weapons.
Where the frick did it go? I lost the tab. Who's left to go where?
Me and Kyburn are at Aether Arms right now.
Bro, all I need to ask is how much a mace is gonna cost me. And then I'll go to the silver place. Like, yeah.
I got to Elaine. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm very new here. But do you know if there's a library in town?
We do have a library. It's not the widest selection. Most of the more diverse tomes are kept in Lord Seraphin's private study. But we do have just general bits of information and books kept around at the Temple of Palor.
Alright. Thank you. And I looked at Hessian. I think I'm gonna go there if you guys don't mind. So if you need to meet up with everyone, I think I'll be at the Temple of Palor.
Gotcha.
And I head off.
Oh Jesus!
All right.
you daughter.
And where are June and Hessian going?
Uh, I want to go to heckin'. I forgot. Was it Salvatore's? Yeah, the Forge.
All right, Salvatore's
You're
Forge.
forged.
Like, check it out. Prize match.
All right, and June, where are you going?
Sammy's looking for darts. Oh, she's going with me.
All right. So we've split the party. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So we'll go ahead and start with the people who responded first, which were Kyburn and Dre.
Yeah.
As you all head off to Aether Arms to go ahead and get some information off of the kind proprietors there. As you all walk in towards Aether Arms, you notice it's a very nice, well-established shop, carved and hewn of this nice, very sharp-looking black stone. But the one thing that strikes you as odd is that there actually seem to be veins of blue material that are weaving themselves through the stone itself, and they almost seem to glow with this natural translucent light.
Compensating much?
Inside, you see that you hear the sound of a loud anvil being struck, and you see a couple different halfling and dwarvish men running about in quite a hurry as they are, checking on arms that are already on shelves, making sure that they are working to forge new ones. They are both, they're all just kind of moving around very quickly. As they see you approach, one of them yells out, "Hey, boss, we got customers!" And you watch as this older halfling man steps out from behind the forge and takes off his goggles, and approaches you. He's got a very soot-covered face, kind of stark white hair that's kind of pulled back in a bit of a top knot. Very, very hairy individual, stout man. And he waddles up to you and he goes, "Hello and welcome to Aether Arms. I am Boris Silverfang. How may I assist you today?"
Morris. Fucking goddamn it.
Yes, his name.
Never mind.
Boy.
Boris was it?
Yes.
I require a magical mace of sorts. How would you price such a
Magical mace. Are you looking for mace that is enchanted, mace made of magical iron, mace that shoots lightning? What type of item we are discussing?
As long as it can kill where a rat, that is.
Yes, then we are looking for a mace that is in and of itself enchanted or made of magic material. Item would normally run between 120 to 300 gold pieces.
Could you give me directions to Salvatore's Forge?
He squints at you and goes, "You are asking Boris to give you direction to competition. Well, not really competition, as quality of goods, not as good as Boris." And the other dwarves and halflings in the store kind of very nervously chuckle. And he goes, and he just goes, "It's true! Materials that Salvatore make, not bad, but Boris has got market on quality goods." And the dwarves go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Can you quote my weapon in silver for cheap? Otherwise, I will be heading to Salvatore's.
He looks over your mace, and goes, "You wish just have mace coated in silver?"
Something to that effect, yes.
No additional modifications needed to mace?
Not at this moment, no.
I can have that.
How much will you charge?
It will cost you no more than 15 gold pieces.
Wonderful, then I believe we have a deal.
Very well. Olive! And you watch as a halfling man runs out. Yes, grandpapa. You will coat man's weapon in silver. It will be very good. Use regular Silverfang silver folding techniques. I will be checking your work. Do not disappoint. New customer. Good man. I think he's man. You do have And he kind of like gestures towards his crotch region. He goes, "Yes, you have."
You.
You are in fact main.
I make quick entry on my. I make a
no.
quick entry on my dome.
But I
don't
guessed that
say
first, but okay.
I don't say.
You are mad, right? Yeah.
I'm just
Sure.
I'm kind of ignoring the gesture.
We'll
Okay,
take
so,
under advisement. Olev, off you go. Make weapon. You. And he points to Dre, and he goes, "You there? What do you need?"
It has like a smirk on his face from the previous cup, and he's just like, "Oh yes, hi. What would a short sword or two, well, just one, be priced in made of magical iron or enchant? What would that price be? Around the same.
Short sword made out of magical iron. Not much cost. About 130 gold.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I was wondering if you can silver mine as well. Otherwise, I'll have to shot Salvatore's forge.
You're just getting this guy's hopes up and just stepping on him.
Honestly,
Boris just looks at you and he goes, "Boris can do both. Each will cost about 1 second." And he pulls out a tape measure off his belt and actually measures the length of your short swords. And he goes, "Mace was kind of no problem. Mace is clustered lump of metal at end, not hard to silver. Swords need to be very well passed out. Need to make sure that keen edge remains. This will take more cost. It will be about 20 per sword."
it's about right. 40 in total. You have yourself a deal.
"Very well. Thank you very much for business. Any other weapon I can make for you or interest you in purchase?"
We
I
will.
think that'll be it for me.
Perhaps in the future we shall seek something from you, but
Indeed.
today this is all.
All right. Thank you very much, Scary Horn Man, Blue Wife. Have good day.
I
Are we
must,
called Dre?
I must say that I am not quite. Oh, I'm doing the accent. Fuck. Dre, I
It's
must ask.
contagious.
What? Dre, I must ask. Why? God damn it! I can't fucking. All right.
Do it. I believe
Dre,
in you.
why?
Yeah.
Dre, why is it to use such a crude methods as 2 weapons? It seems ridiculous.
Oh. Hey,
It is.
Well,
It seems quite improper. It's quite unique, but and rather crude, I'd say.
I suppose the place where I grew up, I didn't have the opportunity to learn anything magic, and I suppose I just, with all the craziness of my life, it never came around. I've always wanted to. Maybe one day I will. And then he like gives me like,
Crazy.
a knife file.
Craziness, eh? Crazy. That's a couple things down. Very well. I will be waiting outside. I don't know. I'm just waiting for them down there. Yeah, we're done.
All
done.
right. So we'll pick up with Star and Zammy over at Salvatore's Forge.
well.
So as you all approach, it's an actual rather humble shop. Nice wooden structure, iron reinforced to prevent any of the heat from actually damaging the wood. Inside, a very large stone chimney seems to billow out into the sky, as there is just a humble anvil and forge at the center of the kind of like back wall of the shop. A long wooden kind of counter is what divides the middle of the store from the back, where the forge is. And before you stands kind of a humble human man, roughly in his mid-20s, with kind of like some light brown hair, just kind of a stocky build, and he goes, "Hello, welcome to Salvatore's Forge. How can I help you today?"
I am not gonna be the only one talking.
Oh, hello. I am Haitian from.
I am Haitian. Hello there. Oh, it's Lavalian shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was walking in. Wait, what was this for? Freaking range weapons? Or...
It's melee weapons.
This is.
Ooh. Alright, then I walk up to. Yeah. Wait. Did they say their name?
They did not say their name.
Ooh, trying to think real freaking hard. Alright, just walk up. Hello, I'm Haitian. Me and my group. Just look at the freaking fairy. We're looking for some either magical weapons or just what the frick is it called when you like get it
Silver.
coated? Just getting it coated in silver.
Silvered
I forgot.
weapons.
Yeah, silver weapons. If you have something like that.
We don't really do magic weapons here. We tend to focus more on the actual craft of the weapons themselves. So if you, say, bring in materials that are magical, like mithril or adamantine, we can make weapons from those. But we can coat your weapons in silver. It wouldn't take too long, and it wouldn't cost you too much. And additionally, we do have silver weapons for sale already, if you would prefer to trade out your gear for something newer.
How much would it cost to get my sword coated in silver?
Okay, let me take a look at this here real quick. And he takes your he gestures to take your longsword from you.
Yeah, I'll let him.
As you kind of hand over your longsword, he kind of takes a look over it and he goes, I see. Well, the edge is a little worn down. It looks like this blade has seen some use. I can go ahead and restructure the metal, and then go ahead and temper the edge with silver. It'll run you about 25 gold pieces.
Oh, sounds good.
Not mad. Not
Is
at all.
Amy alive?
Additionally, and this is just a suggestion, if you would prefer, I can sell you a longsword that has already been silvered, and take this longsword off your hands. With a sword of this quality, I would say it'd be worth at least six gold pieces, and our standard silver swords run at about 20 gold. So it'd be about a total of 14. So you'd be saving about 11 gold pieces if you instead purchased a silver longsword.
Sorry, I read the chat. I think I'll just actually go ahead and stick with my own little sword that I have.
All right, of course. That'll be 25 gold pieces.
Yeah, I give them golds. What does Sammy want?
Well, I don't know. Zami's gonna have to speak or
He's like,
chat.
Darts or tiny dagger?
I would like to do the same, Master. And like I show them my sword. I mean, my dagger. Fork.
He looks at this dagger, and as you kind of present it on the table, it enlarges to a regular dagger size, because in your hands it is, compact, but it is a full-fledged dagger. So he looks it over and he goes, for a blade about like this, I could do it for, let's see here, about 2 gold pieces.
Oh. Give them the gold.
He goes ahead and
And I
starts.
say thank you.
Yeah, he takes both your weapons and gets to work on and sets them behind the counter so that he can get to work on them here in a moment. He goes, is there anything else I can assist y'all with outside of just rearming your blades?
Wait, yeah, I'll ask. Would I be able to also get, actually, would it be too much if I got, like, my javelins coated in silver?
I can work on making your javelins silver tipped. That will be 1 gold piece per javelin.
And then, yeah, that sounds good.
All right,
I
and
have, like, 5 of them, I'm pretty sure.
all right, so then your total would be 30 gold for your longsword and the 5 javelins, and Zammy, your total is just 2 gold for your dagger.
Oh wait, can I also get I have darts, right? Or did I just have the dagger?
He looks at you. Well, I mean, you do have. Actually, I don't know. I have to check your inventory.
Because it said it has
I don't.
darts.
Yeah, I don't keep track of all that's weapons. You just have the dagger. That is all. You have 3 daggers.
Well, can I say, can I like buy daggers? I mean darts.
He looks at you and he goes, "Unfortunately, this is not a store where one would buy such equipment. I would recommend the Bull's Eye if you're looking for things like darts or arrows, sling ammunition, short bows or arrows, or even crossbow bolts or blowgun ammunition."
Oh, thank you.
And if you tell them that Emmanuel sent you, you'll get a bit of a discount.
Emmanuel?
Yes, the Emmanuel Forge.
Alright. Actually, wait.
It
No,
won't
the
take me
fairy
too long
wants
to
to
work
have
on
to
your
pay for
weapons. For the dagger, it'll take me maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour. And for the longsword, it'll take me 2 hours. So if y'all come back here in about 3 hours, I'll have everything done for you.
Sounds good. Thank you very
This is
much.
why I said we should do this before Longwood.
Yep. Good idea to do it before a long rest, because the weapons will take some time.
Yes.
And with that, we will go ahead and... is there anything else y'all like to do at Salvatore's Forge?
Pardon?
Arya?
Oh, what?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
at the Temple of Halo.
Yeah, so I was asking if there's anything else that y'all doing at Sal's Forge before I go to Arya.
Oh yeah.
I would like to. I would like to receive my weapon. I think.
Okay, it's gonna take some time.
Oh yeah, well that's why we're going to our long rest. Or should have. That's why. Never mind.
I mean, you guys are gonna have your long rest, but I don't want...
Sorry, I just said it initially in like that order. So. Yeah, I don't know.
It's cool. I know
I'm
what you
very
mean.
confused.
Oh, we're not. Okay, we should do that. We should go do. I don't
Anyway.
know. Let's reconvene.
You're
Take
okay.
a moment to like take each other in, see the sights, see what's there to be.
Each other in.
Anyway, we'll pick up with Arya if there's nothing else that y'all are gonna be doing at Salvatore's Forge.
Yeah, we're good.
So Arya, you went to the Temple of Palor to go ahead and get some required readings.
Yes. Alright. So, I don't know, I walk up to it.
Okay, it is a very nice stone building, hewn from white marble, with flecks of gold across the stonework. They seem to be painted in. And there's a large, above the archway that enters into the temple, there is a large golden sun adornment in the traditional symbol of Palor, set on a silver shield.
Alright. I walk in.
Alright, as you walk in through the open stone archway, there doesn't seem to be any door that actually prohibits entry. It seems that it just, as you walk through the archway, it kind of leads into the main... I don't know how you would call it, like a forum, the forum of the temple, which is this long stone way that is filled with pews and aisles leading up to a large altar where priests seem to be going around, dealing with tithes, making sure that everything is nice and clean and tidy. Some of them actually going through the pews and talking with members of their congregation. But at the far back, you can see this one half-elf woman kind of just standing there in these robes, speaking with a few members of the priesthood, and she's gesturing around to some, God, this is just proof of how long and expensive I've actually been into a church.
Oh.
She's pointing to the reliquaries hanging above the altar, and is just like, you could not really pick up their conversation, but you could tell that she's more or less directing them that certain things need to be moved about, or at least polished. Because as you look over it, as you get closer, you notice that the gold isn't as shiny as the emblem outside, or as the gold flakes in the marble. So you can probably tell that the reliquary hasn't actually been polished in a while.
Okay. I will walk up to the first priest that I see.
As you walk up to a priest, there's this... The first priest you see is this humble, old human man with white hair that's kind of more or less strands atop his head at this point. as he is speaking with a nice little halfling family who are sitting in the pews, and he goes, yes, Paylor bless you all, and like I said, we here will always make sure that the light of our Lord watches over his flock as they pass from this plane onto the celestial realm. My condolences for your losses. And then he turns to you and he goes, hello.
Hello. So, I have never been to... I've been to a temple before, but this is my first time walking in a long time. I was told that I could find some form of reading material here.
Yes, we have many books and materials. Those are available to members of the public, but they must stay within the confines of this temple. You understand, yes?
Yeah, of course.
Good, good. And as far as the fact that you haven't been to see us in a while, you do not need to visit a house of God to feel their presence upon you. And he kind of like leads you towards the back, like towards where the reliquaries are. And he goes, "While you're here, if you have some time, I'd here." And he reaches into his robes and pulls out like a brochure on Paylor, and he goes, "Just making sure you're aware of the options that will be cast before you for your immortal soul. We wouldn't want you to make a poor choice in the way that you spend your afterlife, after all."
Yeah, alright.
And he leads you to the back, and as you reach the back where the reliquary are, there's two hallways that go off to your left and right, both of which are lined with books. Like, there are bookshelves as far as the eye can see down these two hallways, as they lead down to two stained glass windows that are set with different images of the sun. The one to your left is of the sun rising over a mountain peak, and the other is of a sun setting past a set of waves.
Okay.
And he goes, "To your left and right are odd collections of various knowledges. Is there a specific subject you seek counsel on?"
Well, so I was looking for things like dreams, nightmares, or like visions, or like visions that you think are nightmares, or nightmares that you think are visions, but you're not really sure. I'm not completely sure.
Do you speak of dream reading?
Yes, I think.
And he kind of thinks for a moment, and he like strokes his chin. I mean, there's clearly no beard there anymore, but he just kind of strokes it, and he goes, most of our collective knowledge is on histories of the surrounding area, as well as finer points of things. What you are seeking is knowledge on matters more arcane. I would recommend there is a magic scriptorium not far from Stoneharbor, off in the city of Glendale. You would be able to find more answers related to divination and prophecy there. As our books deal more in signs that you would receive from God. Do you believe that this dream was granted to you by a god?
I don't know if it's a god, but there are... I'm not sure. Honestly, I have no idea. But I had, like, the dream, and then I got a lot of these, like, weird abilities, and I can do things...
As you're saying this, his eyebrow raises.
Oh, no.
Interesting. When did this dream become present to you?
Not very long ago. Like, it happened when I was like 18, right, Walker?
Yeah, more or
that's when we
less.
split off. Okay, all right. Just about like 2 years ago.
Interesting. And you said after said dream you began to manifest abilities.
Yeah, like well, I'll show you. And I kind of like flick my fingers. I don't know if ignite works this way, but is there a way to just make fire at my fingers?
I'll allow it.
Okay, then I'll just do that.
He looks this over and he goes, well, I will need to consult some higher powers, and perhaps I will have an answer for you soon. Could you come back in, say, a couple of hours?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. I will meet with you here in say, and he looks over at a sundial. He goes, about 5 hours from now.
Alright, sounds good with me.
Wonderful. May Palor's blessing guide you, child.
And to you too. And I'll walk out.
All right. I'll go ahead and let some time pass and say that y'all are able to pick up your weapons and kind of, if y'all want to reconvene and just kind of walk around town, you're able to do so as well. Like I said, I built this place as like a playground. You can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. Well,
Okay,
not do whatever you want. There are consequences, but, you know.
I'm gonna say.
I'll like
Okay.
cast fireball? Okay.
I'd like to set the mayor's house on fire.
Yeah, man. Do it.
Anarchy.
And
Hey, I'm good until everyone else is ready to go
Alright.
back in.
there is one thing I want to do. I'm not sure if everyone's doing. Would this be like after the long rest?
You're gonna have to let me know what it is before I can
Okay.
say yes or no.
I want to go visit the magic conch to inquire about an item they may or may not have, or like to see if they have this certain item.
Yeah, you can do that before the long rest. Like, a long rest is not quantified as y'all just sitting around doing nothing. It is just a period where you are not actively engaged in conflict or fighting for your life or running for your life. It is a time where you can regather your strength. So, wandering around town, like, just talking to people is going to count towards your long rest. You're not, like,
Okay.
doing anything strenuous unless you're evading the police.
I doubt it. Trey's a good boy, hopefully. Okay, so. I'll
We'll
go-
find out. You're about to go to the Magic Conch and ask for some items.
Boy.
Everyone dies.
Alright, so I'll go with the magic conch.
All right, so here's what I'll say: is that after everybody finished up their first batch of tasks, everyone can kind of meet together and diverge off again. So
Okay.
if Dre is going to the Magic Conch, I'm gonna give everyone else a chance to go somewhere too. Arya, Kyburn, Hashan, June. Are there anywhere that you want to go?
Kyburn's just gonna take the time to like re-prepare some spells and then also work on this this section of my tome.
Okay, so you're just gonna head back to the Wayfarer's Rest to just kind of recoup a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna sit outside the Temple of Palor
Why are you sitting outside there?
for 5 hours.
Okay. You sit outside the temple for 5 hours.
Didn't you hear
June,
when you said consequences?
Hessian, what are y'all doing?
We all met up and then
Yeah, y'all met up kind of like in the main square. Dre said he was going to go inquire about something. Kyburn told y'all he wanted to go work on his book and pre-prepare his spells. And Arya was just sitting on the steps of the Temple of Palor and just waved at y'all. And showed no signs of moving.
Whatever. I'll like sit next to Arya.
Just to do the spell.
Then help. Arya? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna sit next to and keep him company, even though I can't start a conversation. Actually, no, I want to ask him what the fuck they're doing out here. Sir, what are you doing out here?
Waiting.
For?
Things. I just haven't known you for very long yet. Don't feel comfortable spilling life yet,
Oh, yeah.
Just how it goes. But I'm waiting. Waiting for information. There you go.
Alright then. You mind if I wait with you?
I mean, you're not coming in with me, but you can surely wait for 5 hours.
Yeah, sure. That's enough time. And then I pull out my yarn.
Oh, you
Pull
missed.
up my... I crochet.
Oh. Close enough.
Just a little bit.
Close enough.
Closer. Closer. No. You want some gloves while we wait?
Can you make them red?
Let me see if I have the right yarn.
Starts digging through bag.
Alright, so I had 3 yarn, and it
I've
was
got
green,
pink.
purple, and freaking blue.
Yeah, I don't think I want gloves. Sorry.
You know any shops that have yarn?
This is my first day in this town. The second, I guess, but still.
Where the fuck's the ferry?
I don't know. June, Zammy didn't say where they were going.
What? Oh yeah. I was gonna wander off and like, you know, open my upper eye and see if I see anything. And then I'll just head back if I don't.
Where are you going to see things?
I'm just wandering off. I'm gonna see where my eye takes me.
Okay, June just yeets out of there.
Great.
June, wait, where's the yarn? June! June! I'll just make a little sock for June.
My
and
bright pink
gone.
yarn. It goes with her new aesthetic.
Ah! I'll use the purple then, surprise it with a little flower or something.
Yeah, June just eats out of there. So we'll go over to Dre real quick. Dre, you arrive back at the Magic Conch, and Elaine seems kind of surprised to see y'all, and she goes, good to have you back. Like I said, it is going to take some time for me to get any answers on this alchemical research. I mean, I've got a few answers, but like what mixtures were used. But what can I? Did you have other questions
Yeah.
for me?
Of course, take your time with that. We would a thorough investigation. There's something else. There's an item when I left my home a while back that I forgot to bring with me, and I was wondering if you might have a decoder ring here and how much it would cost.
A decoder ring.
Did I say it right? Okay.
We do not sell such things here. Because, I mean, it depends. Are you looking for a ring that will magically decode any document, or are you looking for something that has a specific cipher?
Decode a document would work.
Yeah, I can look into what we have. And she starts, she reaches behind her counter and pulls out a thickly bound leather book and begins pouring through pages to see if she can find something that would work in the capacity that you are requesting it to. As I myself look through all my rule books.
Oh.
Here we go. Okay, so that actually doesn't exist as a magic item, so I'm going to have to make something.
Cool.
Let's see here. Rings. Ah, there we are.
Part of the D&D experience.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
Flipping.
Okay. I've got a relatively good idea of what this is going to cost you. So she pulls out... She taps a section of her leather-bound tome and goes, here, a ring of decryption. We do have one in stock. Now, I do want to go ahead and let you know it is a bit pricey, because it does decrypt any document. Now, it does take time to do so. When you present the ring to a document, you speak its command words, and it takes it about 1 minute to decipher each page of text. And the ring itself can go uninterrupted for 8 hours.
Eh? How much would it cost?
That is the tricky bit, because I will be honest, you and your friends have struck me as quite frugal individuals, quite thrifty in your use of money. So this will run you about 345 gold pieces.
Well. Alright. Thank you for looking it up. I believe I might come back in the future, maybe asking, but I appreciate it now. This gives me a general idea.
My pleasure. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think that will be all. Thank you.
All right. Well, you have a fantastic day, sir.
Too. And then he leaves.
All right.
Well, now bye.
Yeah, and he adds that to like his list of things to do is to find a ring of decryption.
All right. So as you all kind of hit around June, as you wander around the city looking for some nightlife in the afternoon, not really much to do. You've been here for a year and you've kind of learned the ins and outs of things, and you know that one good place to be kind of in the mid-afternoon, if you're looking for a bit of an adventure-y scene, is to hit up either the Stone Cup or the Shepherd's Retreat. Because around this time is when a lot of workers get off from the local fields and distillery, and it is usually a good time to get drinks as happy hour goes on, and there are a lot of different contests and games that people will play at these different inns and taverns. If you would like to participate, it is up to you. If you would just like to kind of zoom about, just surveying things, you can do that as well. If you do choose to survey stuff, we will move into the next beat of things.
Yeah, I'll just head back.
All right. As you head back, we're going to move into our third and final beat of the long rest. So, Arya, the priest comes out and gets you and goes, we are, I see you have waited here for 5 hours.
I've knitted a pair of socks.
I didn't really have much else to do.
They are delightful. Right this way, young miss.
Absolutely. Hessian, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Is there anything? So while Arya goes inside Hessian, is there anything that you want to do now that you are without task?
Oh.
Wait, I'm right there?
Yeah, if you want to arrive at this point, you can arrive at the Temple of Halor.
Well, then I arrive at that point.
All right, June flies up.
June! Hey, I get up. Do you know where I can find any yarn?
I do believe there's this place. Do I know?
There are 2 places to buy yarn or fabric supplies. There's the general storeroom. Now, the textiles there are more along the lines of kind of more neutral colors. If you're looking for something with a little bit more brightness and flair, solar flare would be the best place to go to get goods of that variety.
Well, we can go to the general store, right? Or
solar flare.
Yeah. Which one would you like? Because, I mean, solar flare has, like, more bright colors, and then, the store has, like, more dark, I suppose.
Bright pink.
Let's try solar flare. Yeah.
All right, I'll move you 2 over to solar flare, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Kyburn, are you still at the Wayfarer's Rest? Is there anything else you wanted to do in town?
I do not believe so, no.
How about you, Dre?
Nope. I think I'll go back to the Wayfarers.
All right,
You
so
pimps.
that will be where everybody meets up at the end after this final beat. We will start with Hessian and June.
Ooh.
So as you all arrive at Solar Flare, it is this... Gaudy is not the best word to describe this. It is just absolutely ostentatious. Like, the woodwork is brightly colored. There are these, almost carnival-style fabrics just splayed about across the entranceway. It is this brightly and just beautifully peacock-esque building of a myriad of different colors, and right above the door is a large symbol similar to this Temple of Palor. It's a bright sun, but instead of it being made of gold, the center of the sun is actually a prism that seems to reflect light outwards in a variety of different shades and hues, creating kind of this nice corona effect above the front of the door.
Jesus fuck. Alright. Yes. Oh shit, I pressed the thing. Yeah, we're walking.
As you all enter the shop, it is full of a variety of different textile fabrics of various colors and makes, different tensile strengths and kind of textures. All of a variety of different colors as well. And at the very back, in this very flamboyant get-up, almost reminiscent of a court jester or a traveling minstrel, is this human man, a very slender build. The one thing that you do notice about him is that he is wearing bright purple lipstick, with some nice eyeshadow and eyeliner, and he goes, "Well, hello, darlings! What can Solaire do for you today?"
Ah, hello.
I love him so much.
Where, dude?
Like, one of the things I sometimes can't stand IRL is, like, bright lipstick that just, God, kills
I mean,
me.
it's not bright. It's actually a darker shade of purple. It's kind of like an eggplant purple, but it just has some, like, shine to it.
I'll accept that. I'm gonna, yeah. I'm just here looking with my friend for some yarn. Specifically, like,
Yarn!
red.
Ooh. We have a variety of shades of red. If you are looking for something a little bit more crimson, we have that as well. We have burgundy. We even have rose and ruby shades, if you are looking for something a little brighter. This is one of my personal favorites, and he pulls out like a nice little batch of red yarn. It's kind of your staple color of red, but the one thing that you notice in it is there are bright flecks of dark red glitter woven into the yarn itself. And he goes, "Now this is a delightful little piece. If you ever want to add some pizzazz to your gloves or fashion wear, this is the way to go."
How much?
Oh, for a friend as fashionable and delightfully forward with their wonderful color palettes, I must say, you know how to accentuate your assets very well, darling. A measly 5 silver pieces.
Take all my money. Yeah. I'll take the... Here. No. Freaking... I'll take the sparkle. And then maybe the crimson as well. Is the crimson a different price?
It is. It's a lowly 2 silver pieces. Like I said, this fabric has a bit more pizzazz to it. But for the total, I can run you a nice little discount and actually lump in another form of fabric. And he pulls out this nice dark fabric. Like it seems almost black. But as he kind of shifts it in the light, you notice it kind of has this little shimmers of purple and green that reflect through the fabric itself. Kind of like a raven's feathers. And he goes, "Now this is a lovely little piece, and I can throw it in there with your yarns, and it will only cost you 1 gold piece total for all 3.
Yes, please. That'd be very...
he
Freaking that scream.
he wraps them up in a nice bundle for you and hands them to you, and takes your 1 gold piece, and he goes, "Is there anything else I could do for you, darling? Perhaps a change of clothes, or a delightful hat?"
Fuck. I have a group I need to meet up with, I'm pretty sure, in a bit. So I'll definitely keep this place in mind next time I'm around. God, I love it here.
Well, I love you being here. Well, I hope you come back soon. Goodbye, sweeties.
God, it's Kiana.
Yes. Picked up the accent. Oh no. Does anyone's character want anything?
I feel like June is just like covering their mouth, like screaming with laughter.
This is good. Yeah.
I'm so happy.
That'll carry the body back.
Dies.
I'm glad we could do something very happy before we all crowd around.
Yeah, I'll even
Aria.
make you like. I can make you like something. Wonk.
What?
Something. You
I don't
said
know.
something.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Thank you.
Well, if there's nothing else that y'all would like to do at Solar Flare, I will move you over to the Wayfarer's Rest, and we will get over to Arya.
Alright.
All right, Arya. So you follow the priest you met earlier, and he leads you kind of back towards the back. But instead of going into the library section or towards the reliquary, he actually leads you off to the side a little bit before y'all make it up to the main altar, and leads you into a little side room.
Okay.
And in there's just like a nice. It's adorned well with ornaments of Palor, and there seems to be like a chair, like 2 chairs laid out, and a table between them with a tea set. And he goes, "Please
Okay.
take a seat."
I take a seat.
As you take a seat and just kind of get comfortable, he goes, "Now, tell me, you said these dreams came to you about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and after which you manifested powers that allowed you to manipulate flame?"
Pretty much, yeah.
I see. Well, what occurred in this dream?
Well, I didn't see a lot, I guess, but it was kind of like there was something asking me if I wanted power, I guess, and I mean, I guess I thought it was a dream, you know, so I said, sure, I was for it, I guess. I thought it was just a dream. I didn't know what was going on, but when I woke up, it was strange. I guess it just came to me that I had these strange abilities.
I
Yeah.
see.
And recently, at least last night, there was a bigger one that manifested. It kind of like pulled into my memories, I guess. It's weird. I don't know why that happening, I guess, but they are.
I see. And he kind of, his expression seems to darken a little bit. And he goes, "Well, that is all that I needed to know." And as he says this, you watch as 2 latches spring from your chair and bind your wrists and ankles.
Cool. Awesome.
Boy.
Great.
Eat them all over again.
Alright, Walker. So it binds my wrists and ankles, right?
Yep,
Is it made out of wood?
it is not.
What is it made out of?
It is made of iron that seems to be covered with holy sigils
Cool. Awesome. Great.
that are celestial in origin.
Alright? And I'm gonna look at the man. I'm sorry, friend, but I'd really prefer if we did this friend and friend here instead of captive and whatever you are.
He looks at you and he goes, I am but a man of God, and what you have described to me is a vision most dire. An entity comes to you in dream and bids you command over power and greater strengths, and afterwards you inherit abilities to manipulate the element of fire, a most infernal element. I believe that you are possessed, my dear, and it is my duty and sacred obligation to make sure that we handle this as swiftly as possible. And as he says this, a couple other priests enter the room now, and you are now surrounded.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So my mouth's not covered, and
It is
I still-
currently not.
and I have control of my hands, to the most part. I mean, they're tied, but
They are bound, but you can move your fingers. Yes.
okay. Oh, it's gonna be really bad. Okay. By surrounded, are they behind me too?
They are on all sides of you. They are behind you, to the left of you, to the right of you, in front of you.
Alright. Is there any torches in the room?
There are not.
Like lighting it up? Okay.
It is lit with this glowing golden stone above you.
Alright. No, that's not gonna work either. Alright, yeah, I think I'll just sit there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
The first thing that they go ahead and do is begin pouring water into a basin and blessing it as they produce prayer beads to Paylor. As they also ready other instruments of exorcism.
Boy.
Jesus. Okay.
And I will need you to work with me a bit here, because there are some complications with the source of your power, so I'm not necessarily sure how this is going to affect you if they finish what they're doing.
I don't know either. Cause the
I'll say this, the source that you garner your power from isn't necessarily itself infernal, but it does have
Right.
ties to the infernal realm. So this may not have an effect on you, but it may cause the entity to manifest, or it may cause you, Arya, some immense discomfort.
cool. Awesome.
I think Josh
Great.
is already in immense discomfort.
Alright. I mean, Josh is in discomfort. Arya's kind of freaking out right now. She's just gonna look around and not say anything, just look at everybody kind of really afraid. Yeah.
Alright, the first thing they do is they anoint themselves, and then they give you a hit of that holy water.
Alright.
And nothing happens.
Cool.
They look a bit surprised. And then they present you with a tome bearing the sigil of forwarding and repulsion of infernal entities. And nothing physically happens to you, but you can feel deep in the core of your being, far beyond what one would call a soul, just something rattling inside you, trying to get out, like a tiny little, the best way I can describe this is a moth trapped in a little glass cage, just bumping against the sides of the glass, Like, it's just reverberating through you that something is trying to get out and run right now.
Alright. Good. Just stand strong.
Then they start, they then all begin chanting together. And I am debating whether to actually read this or not, because I don't want to fucking curse my stream.
Ooh. Curse it. Curse it.
Okay, fine. We'll read bits of it, because I'm a big fan of Supernatural, and I'm the worst. So they begin to chant all together. Exorcisamos te, omnis immundus spiritus, omnis satanica protestus, omnis incursio infernalis adversari, omnis legio, omnis congregatio, et secta diabolica, ergo draco maledicte, et omnis legio diabolica, adjuramos te. And as they begin to chant this and recite this, like, your hands are digging into this chair, like your fingers are grating against this wood, because while the fire in you is not under infernal sway, you can just feel that small speck of something in the back of your being just fighting like crazy to get out. It is sending reverberations through your bones and flesh, and it is rattling around in your head, and you can just feel your insides vibrating as they are just reciting this incantation.
Alright. Are they still just all around me? Like, are they just all
Oh yeah,
surrounding
no,
me?
they are all still surrounding you.
Okay, how many are in front of me?
Like 3, including the guy who brought you, who you confessed your nature to.
And like, my bones are just shaking. It's just wanting to get out. It's wanting to get out.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go, stop it! And I'm gonna throw my hands as far forward as they'll go, and I'll cast Burning Hands.
Okay, how are you going to get your thumbs to touch together?
Well, okay. Oh, they have to go together. Oh, crap. Okay.
They have to. Your thumbs have to touch in order to cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
What
Never mind
about
then.
feet?
Instead, I will still stop it, and I'll kind of try to hold one hand up as much as I possibly can. I'll cast Scorching Ray, because that one is from one hand. Justified.
Let's just murder some priests.
Fuck.
Oh,
Get
man.
that shit blast out of the fucking thing and into
All right,
it.
roll to hit.
Okay. Alright, so 1 second. So 1, 2, 3. The first one probably won't hit. The second two.
All 3 of them hit.
Oh. Oh no!
And that is. Let's see here. That is 1 severely wounded, 1 dead, 1 dead. Okay, so as you unleash your Scorching Ray, lashing out with most primal fury, of the 8 priests surrounding you, 2 of them spontaneously erupt in flames as your bolts of red fire lash out from your fingertips, incinerating them completely as they writhe and scream. And the one before you, the one who brought you here, is struck in the chest and staggers back, not dead, but very much injured, as he begins to cough up blood as you have incinerated about half of his chest.
Okay, now, are the other ones on fire?
They are
Like-
ashes, my dude. They're
Okay.
gone.
Fuck them.
So there's no fire left on them.
They are smoldering husks.
What about on the priest?
Like,
He's on
priest.
fire. Yeah, you burned up half his
Okay.
chest cavity.
is there anyone within 5 feet of him?
No, tú lo tenías.
There's you and one other priest.
I.
Red them all.
Walker. I would like to cast Black Flame. On him.
All right, roll me that hit. Your dexterity saving throw is going to be a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
That's whatever.
Oh. Oh.
Damn,
It's for it. It's all for it.
damn.
All right, he fails his dex save as the priest on fire is now absolutely dead. The guy next to him is absolutely dead, and you have taken 12 points of damage.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Did that wrong. Okay, so I'm at 11 hit points. Cool.
No, you're at 9.
I'm at 9.
21 minus
Oh.
12 is 9.
Cool. Awesome.
You are bloodied to hell, and you are still bound in a chair, and you have just murdered 4 priests in a row.
awesome.
So
Great.
half of them are gone, and the other half are just stunned, shocked, and angry.
How many were there?
Okay.
Where?
Yeah. No, this is the end of Aria.
You went off on your own and then attacked them!
I was shaking for it.
Oh wait, did anyone hear that?
Okay.
Did anyone?
It's right here.
I mean, people heard that, but your response time is not gonna be Arya saving response time.
Probably not.
Okay, so that means that there are... So 4 are dead, that means there's 4 left. Right?
Yeah, 4 left, and now it's their turn.
Okay.
Oh god.
That's all fine.
no.
Okay. Okay.
You're lucky they can't really do any damage to you, with exception of this. So 2 of them return to flanking after one of them splashes the basin of holy water across the area and kind of just douses all the flames. And they pick up again. This time one of them splashes a bit of holy water on you, and this time it does burn. You take 1 point of radiant damage.
Okay.
Hit points.
And they begin to continue.
What's that sound coming from?
Yeah,
Damn it.
Zammy,
what?
please
What?
mute.
Oh,
Mute.
oh, sorry.
We can.
Okay. So as they pick up and continue, this time they ready themselves. One of them grabs a silver spike imbued with celestial runes and stands at the ready in case this goes further south than it already has.
Okay.
Can Haitian bust in there?
I mean, here's what I'll do. All 4 of you, if you choose to, can roll perception to see if your heightened senses are able to hear the sounds of conflict coming from the temple not too far from your inn.
Okay.
Alright. Might as well.
Waiting outside.
Might as well.
You're gonna have to roll high because, again,
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, that's high, I think. Yeah, that's high.
Yeah. No. I mean, oh, well, yes.
so Kyburn, you hear some far off little pops,
Whoa!
and
Yeah,
you're
there it
just
is.
you hear some far off
There it
little pops, and you're like, ah, yes, good. The crackling fires, good. People are cooking, good. Yes, the community thriveth.
Alright, no, that's not. But alright.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You
Yeah.
you narrate your own thoughts, man. I'm not your fucking
Yeah.
secretary.
It's just silence, radio silence.
Mental secretary.
Oh.
But
Oh.
Hessian and Dre, when Arya yells out "no," her voice doesn't necessarily boom or reverberate, but it for some reason seems to carry, and you all are able to hear it. And following that, you hear the traditional sounds of the explosions that you have come to know as Arya's magic being cast in an offensive manner. And these sounds of conflict seem to come from the Temple of Pelor.
Okay, so let's see. Where are we? Are we in the same room as we were?
I mean, yeah, Hessian didn't have a room at the Wayfarer's Inn, Rest, but you, Dre, are in the room with Kyburn and June. And Hessian, you can either be downstairs in the bar or up in their room hanging out. It's up to y'all where you want to be.
Alright, so
I'd be downstairs,
I
and
turn to
then-
those two,
yeah.
and I'm just like, I hear it's Arya's magic. She's using it. She seems to be in trouble. We need to go.
We just freaking stand up ready to go now. Yeah,
Go.
fucking eats out.
I follow.
Kyburn kind of like stands up, shrugs, and Kyburn just sighs and follows loosely, sort of.
Break in through the fucking door, hell yeah.
Most of just is at a walking pace, just like following them, seeing where they're going.
All right. Does
Wait, can I
Does
break
June
through the
follow
door?
suit? I mean, there is. I said earlier there is no door on the Temple of Palor. It's just an open
Oh,
stone
fuck.
archway.
Alright,
I
rolling in.
I assume June follows.
Zamith.
They'll stay like behind, they're like
Oh,
behind us,
okay.
but following. Let's go with that, so the fairy doesn't just immediately get hit.
Ah, shit, we're coming
Yeah.
to save you.
So as they begin anew,
This is
Um,
service to mayor.
huh?
No, continue.
Yeah, I was about to say this is the priest's turn. What are you talking about? So they've already one of them splashed you with holy water. One of them's at the ready. The other two resume incantations from where they left off. I am like the God, the Latin in me is trying to get this, make sure I got this right. Because C's are K's. Queso de Cipore, Humanas Catoris, Esci Eternia, Peditionis, or Peditionis, Venenum Propinare, and as they say this, you can just feel it rattling around again, and they continue, Vade Satana, Inventor et Magister, Omnis Falaciae Hostis Humanae Salutis, and as they begin to say this, Hessian is now in the doorway.
Oh,
And Dre is close behind as June and Kyburn now arrive at the entrance of the Temple of Palor, not the entrance to this room, because they are going more casually strolling.
Okay. Does this now bring us to my turn? Just
Yeah, because that would have been their movement in the priest's turn, so it is now back to Arya.
are they within 5 feet of me?
Are the priests within 5 feet of you?
Yes.
The guy with the spike is. The others
Okay.
have learned. They're taking their distance.
Cool. That's a good thing for.
I mean, they're not within 5 feet. They're like maybe within, I don't know, like 6 feet.
So, I would like to use my bonus action to use Mantle of Flame.
Okay.
Yep, and the fire wreaths around me and just swirling flames, and my eyes glow like hot coals. And the guy that is
How much damage is this poor boy gonna take?
well, he has to hit me first. So
Well, he just watched you wreathe yourself in what he assumes to be demonic flames as you become fully, wholly possessed. So he's been holding his reaction. He's gonna lunge at you.
cool. So this will decide if I do anything at all.
Oh boy.
Oh, Asians like seeing all this, right?
That is an 8 to hit.
That misses.
Does he take the damage, though?
Yes. I mean, oh wait, 1 second. Does it have to? I'll have to check.
Yeah, does it have to hit is my question.
Okay, it doesn't have to hit. Sorry. Crap. Shit. Okay. So
Hit me.
So it's still your turn then. You've just wreathed yourself in
Yep.
flames. It is still your turn.
I will cast Scorching Ray.
Oh,
Okay.
on the guy with the magical weapon, the holy weapon, whatever. And 2 of the guys behind me that are doing like the incantation stuff.
They're all in front of you now. They are not
Oh, they're
behind
in
you.
front of me?
All four of them are in front of you now. They shifted position once you disrupted the circle.
Alright. Then I'll get the two main ones in front of me doing the incantation, and I'll get the one holding the like. Alright, and I'll cast it, right? 1, 2, 3. And they all take an additional 4 points of fire damage.
The 26 hit the armor class.
These poor boys just wanted to help, I think.
So
12 plus 6.
I'm gonna say this:
4. Yes.
with your crit, with that 26, that 20 plus your attack plus your proficiency, you're about to clear the room. How do you want to do this?
I'm not in the room, right?
By the way, this was not the boss fight I set up today.
No! God, no. God, no.
And I'll yell out, "Please just stop it!" And I would like the fire just to wreath around and the scorching rays just slam into each of them, just like spinning and twirling in the air, kind of like making a pretty little sight if someone saw us from afar, and just slamming into all of them and scorching them high.
So you all essentially watch 3 bolts of burning energy, more amped than anything you've seen Arya crank out thus far, rip through this room, and you watch as this 9-foot diameter room, or sorry, it's 10-foot diameter room, just is incinerated in a column of flame, more or less. As now, where once tapestries and fine artistry hung within this room, you know, golden fixtures and nice wooden furniture, it is just ashes and cinders and charred black remains. The bones themselves have now taken on this blackened, brittle hue, as this room is now gone from this polished marble look to that of black obsidian glass. As the only notes of color in this room are Arya's form wreathed in red flame and the melted bits of gold that scatter the room now.
Oh no.
Ooh, that's
Alright,
a
so
high heat point.
I can through the doorway, and I'm just like, what have you done? I like look around at the priests. What happened here?
I like go up to Arya.
They're all dead! What answers are you going to get?
Yeah, it's
I'm looking at I'm asking Arya what happened here.
No, the chair is charcoal now. The restraints are glowing orange, and are like on the ground. I will say this, Arya.
Yeah.
There are now celestial symbols burned into your skin from where you've heated the metal of these restraints so much.
Ooh, radical.
That they have branded your wrists and have branded your boots.
Ooh.
Alright.
Ooh, nice.
And that celestial spike is still there. It is still, you know, fully intact. But now the silver metal is actually glowing white, bluish hot. Like it is bluish white, just glowing, radiating heat.
I just like look at Dre and I look at Heshian with like
Gray looks horrified and confused. I'll say
red,
that right
the,
now.
like dark red, like flames in my eyes. We're just going to leave now, and we're not going to talk about this ever again.
They're
Not.
the authorities.
Alright.
They're gonna want to know what happened, and frankly, so do I.
We should probably leave now, actually.
I'll tell you all later if you
Heshian.
really care to know. But for now,
Yes.
this didn't happen.
Hey.
No, and I was not here. And I walk out. of the room.
Agreed.
I start.
We all need to
making my
follow
way out of the
that.
temple.
Ivern's already left. He's there.
Would I be able to pick up the fucking rod? Or what is it? Just
You can try. I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
never mind. I'm like, you know, that looks a little too hot for me. I'm gonna fucking book it.
Fucking Josh for the troublemaking characters.
Fuck yeah, this is great.
I just walk out of the temple, no matter who tries to stop me.
I like, oh hell, and then I follow.
hell is the right
Yeah,
word?
we're all
'Cause I
going.
just set
Yeah.
everything on fire.
I'll say this. It was a late shift at the temple. There is no one here assembled. There is no one trying to stop you.
Perfect. Wait, we need to cover our faces. Just in case.
I put on my hood, and I'm off to the Wayfarer's Rest.
Okay.
Wait, do people see us go in?
Oh, Kyber, by the way, I should clarify. Kyber is, in fact, going to take a detour, to, let's...
Pussy.
Ooh, where am I going? I don't know many places here. I don't know, I've been to the mayor's place, right? What time is it?
It's late. Like, it is... The sun has set.
Alright, I'm just gonna take a little walk around town before heading back to my room.
Okay.
Pardon.
As you walk around town, it's mostly empty. There is a little bit of nightlife going on in and around the town itself. Some people are trying to keep their spirits up. Others are just kind of gloomy, so they're just kind of spending what time they can with their families while they have it. But for the most part, the town is empty.
There doesn't seem to be anything noticeable as in reaction to anything that's happened yet, no. I wouldn't assume so.
Perfect.
Not right now, no.
No. Alright, well, I'm going to... would you say the lover's kiss it was? Did I get directions? I'm going to-
You did not, but
I did
you can
not.
ask around.
Do I know where the Diamond Palace is?
You do. Arya
Okay,
and
I'll-
you saw where Arya and Hessian went, so yeah.
I will just go there then.
All right.
Isn't it rich?
You head to the Diamond Palace, where Arya and Hessian stayed last night before they recollected their things and headed this way. When they went there yesterday, the proprietor was not in, so they checked in with someone else. But today you do see the owner of the Diamond Palace, a portly human woman dressed in all pink garb, with a brightly feathered hat, who greets you, and she's like, "Hello, darling. I am Killian Polaris. What may I assist you with this evening?"
I'm looking for a place to stay for the night.
Well, there is no finer place in town to stay for the night than here at the Diamond Palace. Will you be expecting a long stay or just a single night?
One night, I believe, for now.
Perfect. That will be 5 gold pieces. Breakfast is in the morning. It is an additional charge for breakfast. We do not include that in the room stay. But I absolutely assure you it is worth it.
Whatever you say. I hand her what I need to do, and then I head up.
All right.
Betrayal.
So you head there and bed down for the night. Is everyone where is everyone staying? Is Arya going to? Because I know that Arya said she was going back to the Wayfarer's Rest to kind of like fill everyone else in, but Qyburn has apparently yeeted the hell out.
Yeah, no. Pussy.
I'll go to the Wayfarer's Rest, and I'll buy a room
All right.
for myself.
They tell you that it'll be 2 gold pieces for the night.
And I pay, and I go up to the room.
Yeah, I'll do the same. But
All right.
yeah,
That I will write another entry in my journal about everything that
so-
happened today.
You know, I'm just gonna add a few things to this section
There is something I should do, but you added.
of my work. But afterwards, that's gonna be something quick, and afterwards I'm just going to take a few, maybe an hour, less than that, to just strum away a little bit, just pluck a bit on my dulcimer.
All right. So yeah, I'll say that with this, because I didn't say that we were going to try and make this a little bit more structured in our time, running from like 5 to like normally like 4 hours, so 5 to 9. So we got about 40 minutes left. So I'll say that we'll kind of go through wrap up here. Since going back into the caverns, it would take too much time to get through all the rooms and such.
Oh, do you have to go soon?
Well, I do, yes, because I have to. My cousin's getting married this weekend, so I am heading down first thing tomorrow morning. So I got to get early start on things. But we'll go ahead and like I said, jump right into closing. So Arya, you and the others are gathered at the Wayfarer's Rest. Nyx Kyburn, he seems to have not returned to the inn. So you all are now gathered. I'm assuming in Arya and Hessian's room. Did y'all share a room or?
Oh, I bought a room for myself. I.
Then you are gathered in someone's room.
Sammy was in my room in my boot.
To discuss what the hell just happened.
Okay.
Yes.
Are we all in the room?
Yeah, I mean, I assume that all of you are in the room gathered together.
Oh, yeah, Dre wants to know what the hell is going on.
I would have gone and knocked on her door. So, like...
Kind of just looking down at my thumbs. Kind of like just twiddling them. Maybe making like a spark between them every now and then.
Alright, Dre just like says, whatever happens, think that didn't strike me as the type of person who would murder in cold blood. I'm sure there's a reason for what it did.
I mean,
it would be better if you'd just tell us.
I was strapped down to a chair, so I'd say that maybe the priests were the bad one in that scenario. Just, you know.
Sounds believable.
A water bottle on my keyboard. That's a problem.
Yeah. Just some things. I was talking to the priest about things of my past, and he sat me down into, the chair strapped onto me, and they started doing weird incantation things, and I got a little angry, and I exploded. And in which they exploded too.
But why did they just strap you down to the chair? There has to be a reason.
Well, the reason itself, obviously, it's not. It's quite important. Yeah. Just I accidentally, not really accidentally, I guess. But in a way, made a deal with some entity I don't know very well. And had the ability to use fire things. So that's where I am right now. And they were like, oh, you made a deal with this inferno, blah, 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 blah. And they strapped me down to a chair. And exorcism, which I'm not particularly a fan of. And I felt something in me telling me not just to fight back. And I fought back. So I got a little angry. I'm a bit angry now, but that's fine. It's all relaxing right now, though. So yeah, I just a little bit of a snapping point, I guess, is what I have. So yeah.
Well,
maybe we could talk about this later when you're a bit more cooled down and a little bit. Does she look like messed up?
She look angry or like nervous or
she looks like she just killed 8 people and she didn't really want to.
Okay, so like Dre looks warm, still a bit suspicious, but warm for a moment. He's just like, I'm just like, well, we've all in our past, I suppose, all done something that we didn't necessarily want to do, myself included. I just needed to know that I could trust you. It seems like I can. I suppose that will remain to be seen, but I appreciate you. Patient. It's very important within a team.
Mm-hmm.
Then he just nods.
Yeah. I didn't think anything would come of it. I didn't really think of the possibility that they'd think I was possessed by a demon. But as the possibility arose, um, yeah, I think that's it for now. Unless you have any other things you want to talk about. I think that's the majority of what we've got.
Um, fuck. That entity ever give you any sort of name or anything?
Not particularly.
Hmm. Alright. Let me know if it does. If
Alright.
you'd like, that is. Take care. Whatever you need to do.
And I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna head to my room. And I would like to punch the wall until my knuckles bleed.
Would you be able
Do
to
we
hear
hear that?
With my left hand.
Edgy.
And it's just I kind of just relax, I guess. And I do it. I sit down, and then I feel the pain, and I'm disappointed in myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's Aria's day.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah.
I'm making you gloves.
I mean, sometimes you just accidental murder, you know?
It happens.
Yeah, it
Accidentally
happens.
kill 8 people, you know.
Yeah, no, it happens. My boy can understand that.
Drake can understand. He can gauge how that could happen, I suppose.
Oh my god. I just killed 8 people.
Welcome to the club. I'm kidding.
Okay. And as you all find rest for the evening, some of you easier than others, you all drift off to sleep in your own ways and times. And we're gonna have to wrap this here in a minute, so I'm gonna end us with one final thing.
Boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Da-da-da-da.
I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. Just give me a second.
Oh! Arya just suddenly
It
gets
explodes.
split.
Just
Okay, got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Kyburn. As you are adrift in sleep, your vision, for the first time in a long time, actually takes you away from this place. Instead of the usual darkness you see with just the average sights and sounds and occasional vision of the past, you are brought to this large expanse of sand. And you recognize it. This is the plains on which you call your home. But more specifically, it's a region that you recognize all too well. It's referred to as the Fields of Judgment. Here the sand is stained red with the blood of countless who have fallen here. The landscape is littered with swords marking graves in the sand, a endless expanse of blades and bows, armor and chariots scattered across this field. And in the middle of it you see a single figure kneeling, saying a small prayer. And this figure is dressed in black silk robes with golden fringe. And as they turn to face you, they have the body of a man, but the head of a jackal. And they speak to you. Kaiban Vas Erat. Come forward.
I comply.
When you look across these fields, what do you see?
I see. Mistakes.
Yes. Potential wasted on arrogance or pride. Foolhardy ventures of conquest or subjugation.
Yeah.
This place you find yourself now is unbalanced. There is no order here, and that needs to be changed.
I will change it.
It is not just the order of the people and the politics, it is the natural order. This plague is unnatural, as you well know. But its source, I fear, is worse so. And he who wields it knows not what he is doing. This is a danger to more than just this one city, Erat. This is a danger to all if it should leave these walls. This group you travel with yourself, they are unbalanced, amateurish, impulsive.
Is it my duty to fix them? I did not see-
Fix? Huh?
Did not.
He chuckles a bit and he goes, if it were that easy to fix humans, gods would have done it ages ago. And he waits for your response at this point.
I'm sorry, you kind of cut out like a little part there.
He chuckled at what you said, is it my job to fix them, and said, if humans could be so easily fixed, gods would have done it ages ago.
I suppose that would make sense. I do not know what to do. This life is not for me. I do. These people, they. What? It is not. I have no words.
It may feel like this, Kaiban, but believe me, this path you walk now is more important than any venture you have gone on before. This way of the adventurer. It will teach you more about the world than anything you have experienced thus far. And it will lead you to diverse places that even I could not fathom what trials you await. But I will say this. These compatriots by your side will be an asset to you. And it is not your job to fix them. It is your job to learn from them, as it is their job to learn from you.
I see. I will do what I can. I will spread. I will accomplish my goals.
That you will. As will they. You are meant to balance the scales of one another. And as he says this, a set of scales actually appears in his hands. And you see that the 5 of you are actually not so evenly distributed across the scales, but nonetheless you see that it still wavers not, like it is still perfectly balanced. And he goes, when tensions flare high, the truth can be revealed, often veiled as insult or calamity, but you will temper one another. You will steel yourselves for the trials that await, and you all will accomplish what you set out to do.
Thank you for your guidance.
My deepest pleasure. I look forward to your accomplishments, and I look forward to you solving what befalls this place. A hint, if I may, and he, waves the scales away, and the scenery changes to the city you are now in, but you are, both you and your god are miles above the city. It looks inconsequential from up here. All you can see is the lights of the various taverns and places of business still open. This is what must be protected. There is order in the cycle of life and death. Death must not be twisted and perverted and made into unlife. And when life ends, it must be treasured, as you only are received the one. Make sure that these people get to live their life until it reaches its natural conclusion. And make sure that those who have not died for naught.
It will be so.
And with that, the dream fades, and you wake up a bit, still in the middle of night, but now kind of reaffirmed in your convictions. You take some time to write in your tome before returning once more to sleep. And that is where we will end tonight's session. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and visiting once more for another Legends of Stoneharbor. I greatly enjoyed getting to run this session alongside my fantastic role players, and I look forward to getting to do this one once more whenever we all have time again. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Bye. Back. Ah.